Okay, I am live. I am so sorry that that took me so long. Mute. Okay. I'm in. Dude, oh man, I'm so sorry for being so late, guys. A whole half hour. Crazy. Well, I'm here. Whew. I did kind of, once I had the opportunity, I did kind of rush to get here, so I'm here. Um, I forget exactly what we decided. I think I was going to keep going with Zealot, see if I can reach the top 10. So let's see how far we can get. How are you guys doing? I'm sorry I'm so late. My goodness. Way too late. Okay. You already hungry for another wrap? Oh man. I forget, this one deals more damage with each hit. Yeah. I think it's worth the aim shot. He's not going to hurt me. Yeah, I do feel bad that it took me so long, but we're here. We're here, we made it. Another day. Man, it was crazy in that last stream getting like 128 concurrent viewers. That was whoa, that was insane. I swear, we're not taking either of these. Neither of them are good enough for the finale. So, all right, Hunter's Dream. Start. Yeah, the first shot gets 25% additional damage. Devastating Precision. Every discard card grants you an additional. Okay, these are actually good ones. Well, these two are good ones. Every discard card grants you an additional ultimate as well as extra damage. And Stairs of Bodies. After killing an enemy, gain 100% more damage for the next hit. So we're going to be doing that. Very good. Well, yeah, I guess we'll start that way. Hello, Kid Childs, KC. We're going to take both. I have kind of realized that that this guy really is dependent on good runestones for him to last. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, let's hit her. Now let's do an unbreakable just to flip it. Reducing armor, not a terrible idea, but do one of those. We're going to be taking a teeny amount of damage. I could do... No, let's do an arrow bag. Maybe we'll get lucky. Yep, smoke shot. I don't want to take damage. Not today. Oh. How you doing, KC? And how are you doing, Masha? Alright, let's see here. Let's do a feint, so we're fine. Let's grab an unbreakable. I'll just do a couple shots. What? No 10 to 15 fights with only 6? Oh, just you wait. It'll happen eventually, for sure. You know me. You're drawing another witch? Nice. Perfect. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be taking any of these. Reduce enemy's armor by 20 until the end of combat. Gain 20 armor. Or change it to 30. Alright, we're leaving these as well. We're not getting very lucky with quivers or arrows. None of those are good enough for the finale, so they're not good enough for me now. Alright, Spiral. Every fourth hit deals 100% more damage. That's pretty good. Well-earned reward. So I'm going to be... Ooh, both of these are really good. Killing an enemy grants you +3 ultimate charges, or Veracity. When we kill an enemy, gain 5. So we'll do Veracity. I have learned, I'm pretty sure that well-earned reward goes off even with minions, but Veracity doesn't. So yeah, let's go Veracity. Because you don't have minions for a while. Ooh. By the way, the monitor is still, like, very iffy. You know, in and out. But, it's okay. It's okay. I'm happy with it. Alright, let's do an Unbreakable Feint and do some hits. We want to go for the sleeper. Okay. Alright, hitting again. Let's remove their armor. Do a feint. She's going to go down, or it's going to go down. So when that happens, that one's going to awaken. Alright, so we're fine from there. Okay. Yes, cool. Could bring this in to kill her, but I don't think it really matters. He might kill her instead. He did. Nice. He did the dirty work for me. Well, we are plowing through these guys pretty quickly, so that's awesome. Oh man, it hurts to not have taken any card at this point. The only one that is valid is a sharp shot, but I don't think I will. I guess I did in the other run. Yeah, maybe I'll take one. We're not going to take more than one. Alright, quick aim. Each point of unused barrier increases damage to the next hit by 2%. That is very, very strong. Vampiric arrows. Every 6th hit has lifesteal. We don't need that because we never take damage. We're always fine. Every 4th hit in combat deals 50% more damage. This isn't bad, but we're going to go with quick aim. Alright, same stuff. An armor. And a damage. Well, we're plowing through these first fights pretty quickly. So let's do a feint. I guess I could do another feint for extra damage, but maybe I won't. I'll just hit him. Alright. Do a feint. Could do another one for extra damage, but I don't think we will. Let's hit him. Alright, he's out. He's pretty injured. Let's pick up an elemental. Maybe it's over. Ooh, not quite. That's okay. And you're gonna die. Cool. Alright, we're doing pretty solid here. Oh man, still struggling to find a good quiver. I used to like weird fiber shots, not as much anymore. 10 barrier is nice per 2 charges, but I don't think that it's really worth it. I mean, it is nice because it gives you both weak shots and also gives you some defenses. So it is nice that it does both things at once. But man, oh man. I am very tempted to take it. I haven't in such a long time. I'm just trying to think of if I would like to have it at the end. I'm not entirely sure if I would. In those cases, I'm going to have to be going all damage and then block 1. But I think I'll take it. Because we can get rid of probably one of our things if we don't like it. Alright, so we have 2 healing things with the Vampiric Arrows and the Revel and Massacre. We're not going to go healing unless there's nothing else to take. Let's go Spiral. Extra damage for the 4th hit. Attack and armor again? Where are we at? 15? Yeah, we're going to do it one more time. Now, more than likely from here on out, we're just going damage. Ooh, infected human. Okay. Well, that isn't good. Alright, the 4th hit is going to be the aim shot because we get a bonus with it. Alright. Let's see if we can kill him. We have a chance to. Let's do an Unbreakable Feint. Alright, so he's out. Alright, we can do it. Easily. Easy. Oh dear. Alright, I think we're going to take the quick dodge. The quick dodge is nice. The muscle rupturing shot is a huge hit, but it feels so bad to have to draw 2 less cards. Every single time that happens, it's like, man, there must be another way. So I'm going to take the quick dodge. I usually get rid of this. Getting quicker at drawing? Awesome. Well, that means you're becoming even more proficient. Every sixth maneuver played in one combat reduces the energy cost of the next maneuver. So that's typically in the third round, second or third round. I think we will do that. It's not crazy good, but it's okay. And yeah, now we're just going straight attack. We might pivot and grab an armor if we get really bad runestones, but we shall see. Okay. So I do know that if I kill him, then we just win the fight. So let's just do that. We'll just do that. Should be easy. Quick dodge. We shall do an unbreakable feint. I think he's already dead. Yeah, he's out. Nice. Well, we are definitely getting a lot faster in these first fights, by the way. Significantly so. I usually like to get at least one increased card draw. We don't have anything that stellar. Ugh. Well, the calc is okay. It's very okay. It'll help in the first round. In the first turn, draw 2 additional cards reduce. Oh, I should have actually kept these separated. Anyways. And draw 2 additional cards reduced by 1. So, yeah, that's nice. If a cracked eel and a cracked tier, so we'll have extra damage in the first round. And, you know what, let's minimize enemy damage in the third round. Let's do that. Now, for the first legendary encounters, we do need something to remove armor. We don't have that, so hopefully we'll be okay. I'm a little bit concerned. Alright. The bow draw being 1 is pretty tempting. I'm not sure if the feint is going to be good enough. Let's play it and see. He's dealing 8, 15, 19. Okay, so we're good. So let's do a bow draw. We can afford it. We have increased damage for the round. Are you able to get a kill with this? We can. Right, let's get rid of... Oh man, all of them are pretty good options. Alright, let's kill him. The Mindbender isn't too big of a deal. Alright, let's hit. Hit. He's out. Could do stepping stones here, but let's bring something in. Alright. Man. Look at us. Going quite fast. Okay. Rancid Battlefield is the only one that's tolerable, but I'm not going to be taking it, which is reducing armor and also gaining armor. We have Heads and Tails. I don't like this. Gaining armor, gain damage. Scavenging, discard all cards, gain an ultimate for each card discarded. We're not going to do that. Alright. Let's see. What do we want to do? I could do Resurrection once per combat. Right, if you suffer failed blow, go to 1 HP instead. This isn't awful. In certain times it could be good in the future, but let's just do delay. Let's do delay. Extra damage each turn. Sure. Alright, first legendary encounter. Here we go. Alright. Let's see. Yep, this is going to be pain. So if I just do a dodge, we're going to have enough to defend against everything else. I get a bonus next round. Want a pen display? That'd be pretty cool. Alright, let's do a feint and a dodge. It'll give us increased damage as well. Let's do a big-ish hit on him. Then we'll do some small ones. This is the 4th attack. Yes. Yeah, I have a sister-in-law who has something like that. Let's see here. That's a lot of damage. I didn't expect that. Yikes. Oof. A lot of damage here. Well, let's stun him. I don't think we have much of an option besides that. But currently they're dealing 20 damage. I'm taking a little bit. I could play a feint. You know, I will. Alright. Didn't lower anything. What a shame. Let's also play the Unbreakable Feint for increased damage. And we'll do a hit. It's going to go to him. I already know. So hurt him a little bit. Okay. Let's pop one of those. Alright, I am feeling like taking 4 weak shots. Getting a bunch of block as well. What are they dealing? They're only dealing 12. I mean, 1 Unbreakable Feint will be enough. Maybe I'll do the arrow bag instead. Yeah. We're not going to do weird fiber shots. 2 energy. Okay. Okay. Well, it's going to him. I already know. Because it goes to the furthest left enemy. 3, 4. Man, we didn't even get through. We barely got through half of his block. Yikes. Okay. Well, we have a free... Well, this is interesting. Alright, let's do a feint. He's hitting pretty hard. Do a free quick dodge. Do an unbreakable, then we're in the clear. Alright, so I could do just 1 aimed. Not even gonna get through his barrier. He's gonna... Oh man. This is a losing battle, it seems. And he's gonna be lowering our damage. Or sorry, our armor, not damage. Yeah, it's very unlikely to draw smoke, so maybe I'm just going to attack. Well, he's almost down. Alright. Yikes. Alright, let's bring this in, I guess. Let's see what we get. Fire shot, that will be very helpful. Be nice if we could kill him, but there's no way, right? Yeah. Well, we can play a feint, we should. Man, it's not a bad hit. This is our deadly attack, so we'll do it there. Alright. Okay. Just keep hitting him. Well, we're not gonna die, but we are taking some damage. Man. They keep removing my armor. Ooh, until the end of combat. Ooh, I think we're gonna lose. Hard to believe, I think it's gonna happen. Alright, so he has to be stunned. Okay. So these aren't going to be giving me anything. Okay, let's do a feint. Let's do an unbreakable feint. I'm just doing this for increased damage. Oh, I can play something for free. Okay, another one. Yeah. So we might be... Okay, we can get rid of him. Now we can do a bigger hit to somebody. Let's hit him. This might be our one chance to do an elemental attack, but I think I'm going to save it for this guy. Okay. Weird fiber, this is probably the time to do it, or sometime soon. Yeah, probably. Alright, let's do an arrow bag, followed by weird fiber. Okay. The first hit deals extra, and then the 4th hit. Oh yeah, it doesn't count as a hit because it doesn't go past his armor. I forgot. Alright, so we just keep hitting. It didn't really matter the order. Alright, he'll go down one day, I swear. Okay. Okay. Man. Till the end of combat, they're removing armor. Okay. We're going to do an arrow bag. You have to smoke him. I hate doing that. I really hate doing that, but I have to because he's going to kill me. So I'm defending against these two. He's someone I cannot defend against is the big problem. We're doing a pretty big hit here, though. I don't want to do that. I am tempted to play this. I think I will. Okay, he's out. Alright, we can do a couple more hits. Alright. Alright, let's see. He's gonna do something awful. Man. So I don't really need to bring in the weird fiber because I'm defending against him. So let's just play Unbreakable Feint. I am a little bit tempted to do Stepping Stones, but... yeah. Alright, let's just do a hit. I should save this. I want to have a big one later. Well, I could play Stepping Stones now, but what would that help? It would actually help me a little. Alright. Okay. These are some big hits. Okay. We probably have to bring in a very good elemental hit. It probably needs to be the fire shot. Air shot. Oh, well, air shot's also good because it's a lot of damage. Alright, so the first attack is a lot. He is stunnable. Doesn't quite kill him. He's out. Alright, so he can be stunned. Luckily. Alright, let's wait for our fourth attack. Oh, we already did it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, it's 1v1. Oh gosh. Okay, so I can reduce his damage by 75%. I think I have to. What can I do? I'm a little bit tempted to hold bow. That's probably really dangerous. Alright, let's do an arrow bag. Let's do both of them. He's being blocked. We'll just keep doing these. 5 to 6 damage. Alright, weird fiber shots is gonna have to be what I do at some point. I guess I could delay it. Huh. Maybe I don't actually have to. Like, well, I was gonna do a charge, but I don't think I have to. Let's hit him, then we'll do the shots and just keep hitting him. Alright, he's almost down. He's still hitting pretty hard. Let's see. I kind of do want to do the arrow bags. I should, because I probably should stun him as much as I hate to do that. Okay, so we did get the smoke shot, that's good. Alright, so we'll end with the smoke. 3, and then this will be the 4th, and then a hit. Yeah, I mean, this isn't awful, but... oh man. Honestly, maybe I should let it go. We're gonna let it go. I didn't want to risk something bad happening. Charge and weird fiber shots is an interesting combo, because then I can get a lot of charges from this, but anyway. Alright. You know what? Let's go all out. He should die this round. I say should, but we'll see. So a weird fiber shot. Yeah, it's about to go off. Let's hit him. Alright, he'll be going down. Oh my gosh. That was insane. Okay, but he's out of here. Alright, let's discard a card. Ugh. Let's discard the bow draw first. Usually I do it the other way, I think, but... Alright, let's do the Thunder Shot for a ton of damage. What are the other options again? Psychic Shot, it does a little bit of everything, right. A lot of damage, reduces armor, and also reduces damage. And then Herald of the Heavens. Yeah, deal a hit and gain a little bit of barrier. A little bit of barrier is absolutely not worth it. Herald of the Heaven, or Herald of Nature. This actually isn't too bad. I've never done it. The Herald of Thunder is good, but what I don't like is that it deals 3 hits for 100%. I'd rather deal 1 hit for 300%, because that fits his character better. You know what? Let's do Herald of Nature. We're going to do that instead. We'll have another one that removes some armor. I typically don't do it, so we will try it out. Weird Candle, because we don't need to heal ever. 17 health in a dream now. That's what we have. That is what we have available. Alright, let's see. So we have a free feint. Not a bad idea. Okay. 30. So, taking any damage. I'm not taking any damage at the moment. Probably should get rid of the shaman, who's going to be a little bit annoying here. Okay. Could do a dodge. I don't know if I really need it to flip, though. Yeah, let's do an arrow bag. Let's just bring in everything. Yes, I am live. Hello, Potato. I missed you. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm sorry that I was gone for so long. My goodness. Oh, he just went out. He's just gone. Alright, plan... Okay, I don't like any of these. We're just going to be skipping them all. Yep. Alright, we're going to be doing well-earned, but all these are actually kind of good. Pressure points at the first hit deals 50% more damage. I think I already have something that's on the 4th hit, by the way. Yeah, it deals 100%, so it's 150 now if I do that. But we're going to do well-earned reward. Okay. Then we'll go attack. As one should. As I always say, the best offense is a good defense. So, alright. Let's see here. They're dealing upwards of 20 damage. It's not bad. We have 2 free feints. I could just play them, but I kind of prefer that side. So I can kill these 2. You're out. Man, maybe I didn't even need to play the feint, actually. Alright. Almost out. Dead. It'll just hit. I actually want this to flip. There we go. We are definitely going through the fights faster. Oh man, still not going too well. Yeah, it's still not going very well. Alright, we're gonna have to cancel. This is the only one that's a little tempting because it's an interesting one. Draw a quiver, reduce its cost, and then has a really good multi-shot. But we're going to cancel. Alright, resilience. Every 9th maneuver played in combat increases your armor by 30 for 3 turns. It's very okay. Changing positions. Ending a turn without dealing any hits. No, not doing that. It never happens. Munitions recycling. Every discarded arrow and spirit arrow increases damage of the next hit by 20%. We'll do that one. Alright. We're already getting our 2nd batch of runestones, I think. Oh, I think. Alright, he's attacking his allies. Yep, so I need these 2 to go down. I could accomplish that. Alright, let's play the free feint. Alright. So we can get rid of this guy. That would let us bring in an arrow bag. Sure. Might be able to kill this guy. Yep, he's dead. Alright, then we're just going to be attacking the big guy in the middle. Hit. Alright. Play one of these. Play one of these. I'll just get, well, he's dead. Anything you want to flip? Doesn't look like it. Let's just get rid of them. Alright. Another one down. Let's see. So we can do a duplicate. No. Nothing is spectacular. Let's do another increased card draw. Well, this isn't too bad. We did get an Ethel. We've been needing one. Ooh, it's all common. That does hurt a lot, actually. Usually we get a mythical. Okay, let's see. We have a Cracked Man. Every turn increase damage by 10%. Or increase everyone's armor by 10%. Or, sorry, by 5. That one's not terrible. Alright, we're going to do a Cracked Gar. It's going to be increasing our damage by about 10%. You know what? Let's do the Cracked Stan. I think. Yeah. So this is... Yeah, let's see how much damage we're dealing, actually. Yeah, so with the +2, it was at 15 to 19. So the +2 is dealing damage by more than 10% with the Cracked Gar. So yeah, let's keep it, because it's like 15% damage increase. That's pretty high. The calc isn't bad for the... You know what? We could have it heal us, actually, because you heal for 7 after the combat win. So you know what? Let's just place it there. What else do we want to do? We also have an increased card draw as is, so... Alright, let's put the tier back in. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Yeah, we would like more rarer ruined stones, but it's okay. Alright. Pop one. So I can guarantee that kill. Let's do that and see where we're at from it. You can bring in a lot of weird fiber shots. I guess that's what I should do. Do it. Let's see. I kind of want this to be played, even though I don't need it, just because it gives us a bonus. But, well, I say a bonus, but more so that it is flipped for the future. There's a future bonus. Okay. Agile Draft, draw 2 arrows for a lot of ultimate. I'm gonna say no. We have Butchery, not too bad. It's an okay multi-shot for free. That levels up to a better multi-shot that costs me 1 energy. We have Reckless Attack, gain 100% damage and offer 25 armor. No way. And Blinding Rage, offering more armor for more damage, but if your armor's too low, you just can't defend, so I can't really do that. Alright, so we have Vampiric Arrows for Lifesteal, not terrible. We have Concussion to stun. This did save us several times, so we're going to be doing Concussion. We also have Resurrection, but we're going to go Concussion. We're already at the next boss fight. We are kind of going fast, but... Okay. Let's see. I'm spending at least 1 energy for a feint, so let's do that. I'm not... Well, I do have a smoke. Alright, we should... Yeah, we should smoke somebody. Let's smoke him. He is now smoked. Okay, so I need to block... Yikes. About 80 damage. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do another feint. And then we'll do some hits on the little guys. Okay, he's out. And we'll do one on him. Yep. Okay. Let's see. So all we have is a dodge, huh? That's concerning. Got a sharp shot, and we should have a smoke shot, right? There's a 2/3 chance I grab what I need if I play this, so let's try it. Okay, we did. I need to... What would this be? This would be 28 damage. This is 33, so let's stun him. He's dealing too much damage. That should help, but not a whole lot. Okay. So, let's do a dodge. Okay, I can kill him 104. Little, a mild risk, but he's out. Good. Alright, let's get a commit shot. Okay. Alright, so this is the one that does a little bit of everything. Man. Man, oh man. Hard to tell what I should go for here. I probably do want to kill both of these. Oh, it's not enough. Well, I think we'll be okay, because we have 2 of these. Seize the opportunities. Right. 1. And then he's out, hopefully? Yep. Okay. Oh, he's stunned. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. That was my 10th hit. Okay, well, that's interesting. So, if I do weird fiber shots, it'll be 70 barrier. Yeah. Okay, let's do a feint. Do weird fiber. Let's stun. Stun him. Alright, so we have plenty of barrier. We're not going to be going down. We do have the stairs of bodies thingy, so we do kind of want to kill them back to back if we can. Okay, it looks like we can. Let's do it. We can bring in a big hit. Let's do it. Okay. Pretty good. Okay. And we'll just keep hitting them. Oh, he's stunned. Okay, get rid of this guy if we can. Oops. Alright. Alright. We're doing alright here. Alright, so 15. Alright, so this guy is dealing more damage. Oh, stun the all enemies for 2 turns. Okay, well, we'll do it. Again, it always feels like overkill, but I'll do it. Okay. I could do the quick dodge. Yeah, I will. And yeah, this is free. We'll also do an unbreakable feint for increased damage. Alright, water shot. It's gonna be a pretty big hit. It's out. Okay. Well, this is going a lot better than the other guy. The one I'm worried about is Dolahan. I think that's who's coming in next. Like in the next boss fight. Nice. Okay, he's almost down. That'll kill him. Anything I want to flip? Yes. Alright, he's dead. Fantastic. Alright, let's see here. Discard a card. Yes, please. We want to get rid of the charge. Okay, you're out. Alright, this stuff isn't actually that bad. We got an oversaturated runestone. You made some liver? Man, classic. Classic. Well, when it's Tainted Grail time, it's also liver sandwich time. Obviously. That is the time for liver sandwiches. Alright, let's grab another weird candle. And let's go. Alright, we need some good runestones soon, or else we're going to get in a lot of trouble. Let's see. He's attacking his friends, right? Yeah. And tuna sandwich time. Yes. It is also that. Let's see here. Let's do a feint followed by a dodge. Now let's hit him. 2, 3, and then number 4. So he's gonna heal. Ooh, so close. We'll let him heal. We'll call him later. Okay. I can get rid of him. I guess I will. We'll just see where I'm at from there. Alright, so he can die. It's not too hard to do. That won't get him. Could get rid of him. Let's do it. Got a big hit now. Nice. Alright, looks like I have to do it to kill him. Alright, that's fine. Just bring in an arrow bag and another arrow bag. Yeah, he should go down. 2, 3. Oh, he's stunned. Okay. Well, okay, tuna is good for you, right? Fish. You'll have the memory of an elephant. That's perfect. Alright, let's bring this in. Okay. Alright, this guy is gonna go down. I don't want to flip anything. Alright. Look at us, doing fantastic. You get an odd craving for fish and just eat it every meal for a month. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Bleeding shot isn't too bad, but I mean, I really don't like any of these. I said I only want to take one sharp shot, but I'm becoming desperate for another arrow, so let's do another sharp shot. Okay. So steady aim never goes off because we always do hits. So our options are vampiric arrows, so every 6th hit gains lifesteal, or revel in massacre, where if you deal 300 plus damage, heal for 30. I will say vampiric arrows I think is just better because it goes off more often, and also like this was essentially the equivalent of having 10% lifesteal. So yeah, let's do it vampiric. You do have a good memory. That is, I can confirm. You have a very good memory. Okay, let's see here. Deranged Red Priest. Oh, man. Alright, so each hit received by this enemy, well, each hit that the enemy receives will make it deal one more hit. So I kind of want to kill him as fast as I can. Well, if I'm going to kill him, I want to kill him in that round. Probably not going to happen, so let's get rid of the healer. Now let's see. I could do weird fiber shots. If I do that... No, let's do it. As if I do that, there's no way they're going to be dealing damage, right? I don't think so. I hope not. I hope. Yeah, there's no way, right? Right? Let's think about this. 22, 30... 46, 54, 62, 70. Okay, so now, yeah, now I'll stop. Yeah, I could, bulk out, I'll hit him. Alright. Fantastic. Get rid of this guy in a moment. Alright, let's grab some arrows. We don't really need to play the feint. Let's get rid of him. Ooh, almost. This is gonna stun him, but doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's bring in a big hit. Okay. He's out. Out. And dead. Nice. Whew. I don't know how many. Have we gotten a single quiver? Well, not one that I want. Okay. This has not been a very good run in terms of cards. That's okay. Alright, Tranquility is the only one that's tempting, I think. Well, Devastating Precision is good too. Actually, these two are both good. Alright, upon enemy kill, gain damage for the next hit, equal to 100% of your damage modifier. That's what I'm going to be taking. But this one isn't bad. The Devastating Precision. Every discarded card grants you an additional ultimate and also extra damage on your next hit. That is pretty good, but we're going to do Tranquility. And the Panic Attack is just the every third maneuver 5 barrier. Boo. Alright, we need some good runestones from this guy. Is this a serpent? I don't remember. It is. Okay. Alright, smoke shot probably makes sense. Let's smoke one of these guys. Alright. We're going for the big one. In the middle. So, I could play the feints. I'm a little bit tempted to... Well, to play both, I'm saying. I have to play one at least. If I play the dodge, then I'm at 60. Is that enough? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'll flip it. Alright. So we're dealing a lot of damage here. Well, a fair bit of damage. Yeah, he took 270, 260 something. Alright. Well, this is scary. Alright, so we're gonna bring in the feint. So they're gonna be dealing some damage to me. Even if they do minimum. But that's okay. Just keep going. Okay. Luckily we get vampiric shots, so it's not too big of a deal. Let's smoke them again. Alright, let's play the two unbreakables. I could do a feint. If I want to, I'm gonna save it. They're not dealing damage against me at the moment. Alright. Let's see, we do have an unbreakable. Not quite enough to defend against it all, but pretty close. Okay, let's just see the weird fiber to make sure that we're fine. Whoops. I hit him. Okay, weak. And then we need to do a sharp. Alright. He's very close. Yeah, he's dead. Nice. Okay. By the way, what did you have in the tuna sandwich? Just out of curiosity. We get to duplicate something or increase card draw. Nothing is that good is the problem. I could duplicate the quick dodge, so I have 2. Maybe I will. Yeah, let's duplicate one of these. Where is it? Yep. Alright, we got another Ethel. That's good. Alright, this is tolerable. Alright, let's combine this. This is good because in the first 2 turns now I get the increased damage instead of the first 1. Alright, so we have another Gar. We can place that on the Stan. Gifu isn't too bad, gives us a little bit of barrier, but we're absolutely bringing in the Ethel. We don't need the healing anymore because we're healing anyway. Eel isn't going to be taken. Let's put Gifu in. Alright, so if we play 5 cards, we gain some barrier, and also we're getting plus 20 armor from these 2. That should be fine. And to the legendary. Well, in a moment. A fight, and then legendary. Alright, looks like they both need to die. As per usual. Now let's do a feint. How much damage are we dealing? Okay. I'm trying to see if I need to play the second feint. I guess I don't, as long as I, yeah. As long as we do that. Alright, let's bring in some arrows for some damage. Nice. Nice. And, nice. Okay, that worked out. Alright, let's try to get rid of him. It worked. Alright, let's see here. Get rid of him. Yeah, you know what? Let's bring in a bunch of these. Alright, anything you want to flip? You know what? I'll leave it. Alright. Come on, good arrow, or... Ugh, not taking any of these. We'll just leave it. Right, delayed punishment. Each discarded arrow grants you some damage for 3 turns. That's okay. Overdrive. Every hit grants you 5% damage until the end of combat. That's good. And Revel and Massacre is a healing skill. We already have vampiric arrows, so let's go overdrive. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we're gonna play it unbreakable. All we can do is some attacks. Not much to it. Not the best round in the world. Okay. This is absolutely a problem. I absolutely need to grab stuff that removes their armor, because they're about to remove mine. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Alright, let's do a dodge. It'll help us next round. Yeah, sure. Grab some damage. Alright. Okay. That was okay, but they really need to lose some armor. Ooh, I'm down to -10 already. Alright, so I'm probably going to have to do the weird fiber shots. This will give me barely enough armor. I think it's going to be very close, but I think it's enough. 55, he's dealing, yeah, 48. Yeah, we're good, we're good. Well, we're alive. We're going to stun him. I don't want to lose more armor permanently. That is the worst. Oh, he's stunned too. Okay. Oh, that means I can attack somebody else, but... yeah, there's no reason to attack somebody else. We should just go for it. I forget how he buffs. Okay. Let's see. The quick dodge is free, so we'll play it. Okay, well, this is a big hit, but can't imagine getting a kill here. Alright, let's do a feint. It's a free feint. You know, I'll save the free thing for the next round, because he's not going to go down anyway. Alright, this isn't too bad. Do unbreakable. Let's also do a dodge. Yeah, let's just keep hitting him. I need to discard enough to bring in a big elemental arrow. So we're just gonna leave it. Okay, that's a pain. We want to smoke him. Also want to do handle. Okay, air shot. Not bad. 226. Yeah, 604. That's obviously a lot better. Do one of those. Alright, so we're fine in terms of how much damage we're taking. Let's just go for it. It's gonna be enough. It is. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to go for the other guy. Hate to do it, but I pretty much have to. Yep. Yep. We're getting there, right? We're getting there slowly but surely. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so I have enough to avoid the damage from him. We are poisoned, aren't we? Oh, no, we're not. Okay. Let's do a quick dodge. We don't have an unbreakable feint. We're just going to leave it as it is because we're able to defend. Oh, he's stunned. Let's keep hitting him. Okay. He's half dead. Let's see. Man, I hate stunning him. Ugh. Okay, let's do a quick dodge again. We're not defending against everything, so we need to play a feint. So now we're good. We're also dealing a fair bit of damage here. It is very tempting to do a smoke. He is close to death, though. Alright, let's do arrow bag. Hit him. Alright. Maybe I'll end it with a smoke. Because I don't want him to remove my armor permanently. Alright. Do a dodge. You have to do it again, probably. Let's bring in an arrow bag. Is this gonna be enough? Almost. It might. Or no, it's not. Never mind. Alright, he is out of here. Forever. Bring in a good arrow. We got a psychic shot. Cool. Let's put it on him. Yeah, so he has decreased damage for 4 turns. That's pretty good. Okay. Do I want to get rid of the other being? Maybe not. I can defend against it at least for now. If I can't, then I will just kill the other bee. Reduce damage of all enemies. Might want to do that if I can't get the kill. Let's do an unbreakable feint. So, okay, we're defending. We're fine. We're good. We're good. We're fine. We don't need it. Alright, let's just hit him. I should have done an arrow first. Alright. We'll hit him. And we'll hit him. And we'll hit him. And we'll hit him. Alright, we're good. And he's stunned anyway. Nice. Okay. Let's see. They're both in, but that should be fine. Let's bring in the arrow bag. Man, we're still dealing a lot of damage on this first hit. Alright, now we're dealing another bigger hit, so let's do a sharp shot. Man, he is kind of close. Alright, we're gonna have to play this. I was hoping I didn't have to, but... Alright, do we need to play another one? No, we're good. This will kill him. And we're through. Whew. Man. Well, yeah, Dolahan was my concern for the fights before the 4 dwellers. But we'll see. Discard a card, huh? Oof. What do I want to get rid of? Man, I haven't been drawing all too well, have I? We want to keep the arrow bag, sadly. I kind of want to get rid of it now, but I guess we'll have to get rid of regular shot. That's the next thing that's on the list. Yeah. This is a little bit concerning to drop it now, but we're just going to really need to buy a shot soon. Same thing with the arrow bags, man. Man, oh man. Okay, let's just do it. Goodbye, shot. Alright, Harbinger of Light. This is a 300% damage attack. What's the Harbinger of Abyss again? 200% damage and stun? No. Then Harbinger of Darkness. Attacks all enemies. I've never done that. I'm trying to think if... I mean, this really isn't that bad. You know what? Maybe we're going to go different again. We're going to do Harbinger of Darkness. It just sounds so cool. The Harbinger of Darkness? Let's do it. I mean, Harbinger of the Abyss is pretty dope, too. Alright. Let's see. We'll just leave it. I mean, I don't like the Berserker Potion much. Actually, let's take out the unstable... Or not, sorry, not unstable. The Oversaturated Runestone. Let's bring in the Dab Unstable Powder. We're never going to use it, but who knows? I might consider it. Alright, 2 more to the Treasure Guardian. Alright. That Treasure Guardian better give us some nice rune stones. That's what we're hoping for. Alright, let's see. Quick dodge, unbreakable fang. We're fine now. Probably can get a kill here. Ooh, almost. Let's go for him. Oh. We could have gotten him, but we didn't. Alright, so we have a big hit. I guess we'll go for him. Okay, let's bring something in. Air shot. It's out. Great. Fantastic. Alright, let's take the precursor shot. This can deal a lot of damage because it's deal 1 hit and chain. So if I have a lot of shots and then play this, that really is a lot of damage. And it does cost me just 0, so I'll take it. It's better than a regular shot, so Alright, great arrows. All elemental arrows deal extra damage, and also the damage is changed to piercing. We're taking this. This is rather necessary, we've learned. We can't use patience because we always deal damage, and panic attack is very minimal in terms of how much it helps. So yeah, a no-brainer, as they say. Alright. Reduce their damage? Let's see. Probably. We're going to do a... Yeah, let's do it. So now what do I need? Just one quick dodge might be enough. Yeah, it is. Now the question is, who do I want to kill? I guess I could do a feint for the extra damage. Let's do it. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so he should die from the precursor, I hope. Ooh, 7 health left. Very close. That's okay. So he brought in his bloodstone that'll heal people, but it's okay. Alright, he's out. Let's bring in our big hit. An air shot. Right. Okay. This will kill anything. Yeah, it would be nice if I could kill him with the aim shot, but can't quite. Alright, let's do it. He's out of here. Kill him. I can kill this kid. He's out. Yeah, we'll just leave it. I like the things as they are. Elemental. Do a psychic. He's out. And do I want to flip anything before I kill him? I don't think so. Alright, we're doing pretty good. I mean, we're probably gonna make it to the Fort Dweller. Okay, good. We finally... Oh, man. Now's the time that they give me multiple stuff I want. Okay. So we're absolutely taking the Lightbringer shot because we're really lacking with arrows, but ending time would have been so nice. But we need a Lightbringer shot. We need a big hit. We don't have it. So now we do. So I'm happy. Alright, Vital Point. Every third hit deals 100% more damage. That's nice. Revel and Massacre. I already have something that heals me, so we're not taking this. Heals me by 30 if I deal a boatload of damage. And then Resilience. Every 9th maneuver played in combat increases your armor by 30. Alright, let's do Vital Point. Treasure Guard. By the way, I'll tell you guys a story about me as a kid, just because it crossed my mind. So, right, I say boatload, but when I was little, when I was a small tomato, I used to say buttload, and my mom would get so upset at me for using that phrase, where it's like, oh, it's a whole buttload. It was like, whoa, tomato, you can't say that. But anyway, I've got it. I used to get in trouble a lot for saying that, but it just felt a lot more natural for some reason. Alright, but there, you guys know a little bit more about me. Okay, so I might take damage from these guys. I might not. It's kind of close. Go for the guy on the left. Alright, if I deal close to the max, it'll hurt him. Nope. Anyway, let's continue. Boat load. Let's think about this. So I probably want to do an Unbreakable. Yes, a boat load. Let's do an Unbreakable. Bring in the arrow bag. Ooh, we got our Lightbringer. You know, honestly, it probably is about time to pop a candle. I guess I could. This will probably kill somebody then. Well, not quite. Actually can't. You're dead. Let's see. I could bring in an elemental arrow, but I think I'm just gonna save it actually. Alright, so let's do a big hit on him. He's the next one that I want to get out of here. Okay, this... Oh yeah, he's just gonna negate it all. Oh, well. The Lightbringer shot is deadly. Oh, this cost me 0. Wow. Now let's bring in the elemental arrow. Let's play a quick dodge. Ooh, the dark shot. It'll kill them all. Okay. Wow. Like, dark shot did quite well. Duplicate a card. Don't mind if I do. I'm probably going to just duplicate the Lightbringer. Yeah. Yep, we're doing that. Interesting. Interesting draws here. So, I could upgrade the Gifu. I think I will. So what does it do now? Gives me 17 barrier if I play 5 cards. That's not bad. I mean, it's, you know, it's equivalent of like a small block or, you know, small feint type of thing. It's not too bad. We have another cracked Ethel, so if I upgrade it, this will be less armor in total in the back. So what would I replace it with if I do that is the question. I don't think that there's anything that's really worth it. And I could put Eol in the back every 3rd turn. Enemies deal minimum damage. Man, I don't think I will. I'm going to leave it. We definitely do need very good runestones soon. And also we need good quivers. But those are the 2 things we're lacking. Alright, let's see. Let us see. So we need to get rid of the Soul Harvester followed by the Infected Human. We know that already. Play a feint. Everything's being defended. I could stun the Bone Idol. Because everything is... You know what, let's just do it. Why not? You're not going to take any cards from me. Alright. He needs to go down. I mean, I suppose I could just kill this guy. I mean, the life force he's going to bring in will be dealing damage, though. How much do I care? I think I do care. I think I do. Lightbringer shot. Fantastic. Alright, so I can kill either of them. Can this kill either of them? Wait. Alright, so the Lightbringer shot, who's harder to kill? They're actually, well, he's slightly harder, so let's get rid of him. Fantastic, so then we can do the aim shot to kill him. Let's bring in a huge elemental hit. He's out. We're through. Yes. After a boatload of damage. Okay, we have no way to remove armor. We have to do an acid flood. I don't like taking it all too much, but take it. We're getting a lot of arrows now. Alright, shoot to forget. Every second hit deals 25% more damage. It's okay. After playing a maneuver, gain 10 armor. We need that. And then padded weird coif, increase armor by 10. We want preparations for sure. We need that armor. Also, we're just used to that from all of our playthroughs. Or all of our runs. Hello, Darenheim Winterbane. Long time no see. Whew. Okay, so this is a big hit. Interesting. How much is this dealing? 172. Okay, so it's still dealing more. Those are still technically have 4 bars full. So that's very good for us in terms of damage output. Okay. They're dealing close to 80, so we're going to have to do a feint followed by a dodge. I don't like doing that, but it is what it is. Let's see. So, if I do this hit, I want to do it at the beginning as a precursor. Or do I want to gain 100% damage? I think I want to gain the 100% damage, actually. I think it's going to be more helpful. I hope. We also know we want to get rid of these guys around the same time. So, we want them to be at about the same damage. If we can do that. If at all possible. Okay. Alright, so we have a quick dodge. We have an unbreakable feint. Alright, so we're able to block everything. This is actually a pretty big hit. Let's bring in the arrow bag. Let's see what we can do. I could stun somebody. I don't remember what he's doing, but I think he's... Yeah. Ugh. Alright, let's smoke him. The doesn't do whatever he wanted to do. Yeah. Then we'll just do a big hit, followed by several smaller ones. This is gonna stun, also deals more damage. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the other thing they do know is once they go down, these guys deal like double damage. So I need to be careful with that. We have an acid flood, which is intriguing. Well, we have to play the feint. If I play the arrow bag, that means I can't play an aim shot. Let's think about it. I mean, the arrow bag would be helpful. We could get a Lightbringer shot if we play that. Let's just do it. We didn't, but that's okay. Not too big of a deal. Alright, let's do a Lightbringer to him. And then we're going to try to even them out again. More or less. And then Acid Flood to him, removing a little bit of armor. We're just going to leave the Weird Fiber shots. Yikes. Okay. Okay. Do a feint. Do a free quick dodge. Well, we have tons of energy. Let's do an Unbreakable. Where are we at? 180. Oh man, that's not nearly enough. Okay, we're gonna have to just play it all. Let's bring in an arrow bag as well. Okay, so where are we at? 335. We're going to be getting 17 as well, so we're at about 350 block. Alright, so we're able to avoid what they're doing at the moment. Just hit them, and that's all we can do. Okay. It's actually a pretty big hit. Okay, let's hit that one. Yeah. Let's see. Let's do a dodge. This is free. Let's play it. Ugh. They're very close to dying. Man, this is tough. Yeah, I really don't want to kill that guy. Because they're going to be dealing... Well, it might actually be... You know what? Let's do it. Oh, he didn't die. Ooh. Okay, then we're not even gonna go for it. Let's remove his armor. Okay. Okay. Dead. Dead. We got a big elemental hit. Can kill anything. Let's just kill the one that's hurting us. Dead and dead. And then also we have to kill off these guys. So dead and almost. Alright. Well, that was quite the chain. I'll give it that. Do I want to flip this? Maybe I do. I'll just flip one of them. Alright. Easy. Not really, but easy-ish. Alright, discard a card. I will. But what do I discard? I think the main two options are either a regular shot or an arrow bag. Ugh. If I don't have any arrow bags is the problem. The only quiver I have is one that's only okay. That is a little bit rough. I could remove another shot. Might be the way to go. I have a fair bit that already cost me 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've bought. So yeah, let's get rid of a tiny shot. And we'll just go from there. Alright, that stuff is fine. Not great, but not terrible. Alright, weird candle. Let's go. Man, I cannot stress enough how important this next batch of runestones is gonna need to be. Because if it's nothing, then yeah, we're definitely gonna be in some trouble. Alright. The Necromancer is a huge pain. He's probably... Oh, I just realized the 4 Sentinels there. Alright, so we're gonna have to smoke him. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Alright, smoke you. Do a quick dodge. Do a feint. We need to get rid of both of these guys. I don't think it's even possible. I could throw a Berserker Potion. Man, I hate to do that. Man, do I hate to do that. We probably have to go for the Necromancer, though. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. Alright, so he's probably not going to die. Necromancer. Okay. Yeah, so he is going to explode. Ooh, we didn't get a very good draw here. That's scary. Very scary. So we're gonna do a quick dodge, but that's are we dead? I hope not. That would be sad. Can we kill him? We might have to be throwing some stuff. Yeah, I think that we do in order to not die. Man, that's a pain. Very sad. I might be able to manage something, though. What I might be able to accomplish... What is the damage here? Okay. What I might be able to accomplish is if I'm able to do an acid flood on him, I'm going to be able to get in a big elemental arrow. The elemental arrow will kill him. The tainted force will kill him, but then I have to deal with the mutation. I'm gonna have an arrow bag that'll bring in 2 arrows. Precursor shot. It's not very good. What else would it be? Something in here. I think it would have to be a Lightbringer. It would be very close. It would be very close. Let me think about it. How much energy am I going to be spending then? Not much. Right, if I play the Acid Flood, I'd be discarding 4 cards, meaning it'd be at 12. So 14. So I could actually play the Weird Fiber Shot. Now, with playing that, I'm dealing increased damage. Alright, we're gonna try it slightly differently. See how this goes. Alright, we're gonna bring in the water shot. Oh, it's not even gonna kill him. I thought that would've. Man. Didn't even kill him combined. Alright, well we're gonna have to think of something then, quick. So I'll get rid of him. If I use these. I can get rid of... Yeah, I think that we're actually dead here. Because I don't have any more attacks. I could be throwing things at this guy, but I think we're going to just let it happen. Because I'm going to be forced to expend so many resources. Yeah. Yeah, we're out. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. We can bring in an arrow bag, but... I mean, because, this isn't too bad in terms of, hey, I can kill this guy, but... He's the problem. Actually, no, I can do it. I can do it. Never mind, never mind. We can do it. We can do it. If I do an acid bomb, we can do it. That's all I need to do, right? Yeah. Okay, we're fine. But let's do this. Okay. Whew, I thought that we were just out. I really did. I did think that we were just out, but... I didn't think about it in terms of the discarding, being able to play that quiver. Right, we're fine. We're fine. Totally. Just mildly concerning. I really did think it was over, though. Alright. Dang. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, we finally got some quivers. And we got a nice upshot, but... Alright, let's do a corrosive rainfall. Hunter's Dream. Every turn increase the damage at the first hit by 25%. Gain the next one withdrawal. Gain 10 barrier for every discarded arrow and spirit arrow. That's pretty good. Padded weird coif gaining 10 armor. We're gonna do withdrawal. Getting some barrier. Man. Man, oh man. Luckily what I had to expend wasn't too important, but... Okay. Alright, let's do an Unbreakable. It is a rough run. But there's still hope. There is still hope. As long as we get... Yes, cat tomatoes. I love that emoji. I really do. Or emote. Or is it... Yeah, emoji is the term. Cat tomato promoted. Thank you. Thank you, Masha. I know, that really is the best. It's the cutest. Let's see. What do we want to do here? So probably an Acid Flood. Well, so if I go for him, I'm going to have to kill him this round. Because if I don't, he's going to keep dealing increased damage. Oh, no, I don't want to start with an Acid Flood. I just realized that's stupid. Yeah. Who do I want to go for? They're all going to be dealing increased damage is the problem as I hit him. Except for him, but I shouldn't go for him first. Yeah, I don't want to do any more than that. I mean, I guess I could... What are they at? 22, 80... Yeah, it's pretty low. Or pretty high. This is going to be giving us some armor. Or sorry, some barrier. So, we'll just do that. You just ate and took pain meds. If you disappear, then you're asleep. It's okay. I understand. I hope you're feeling okay. Let's see here. Let's see some toxics all around. Let's see. So he should go down. So he's out. We have a faint available. We could also do weird fiber shots. Let's do weird fiber shots. What can I do? I'm able to block all this barely with discarding cards. Could I kill him? 5 times 60 is 300, so yes I can. Absolutely, actually. Alright, so I can kill him. Also, he's stunned anyway. Fantastic. Let's hit him. Last 2 days have been a bit rough. Weird stabby pain where my femur was cut. Man. That's really rough. I'm sorry. Do you know... Well, yeah, when's the next time that you're heading to the doctor? Now let's take Corrosive Rainfall. He's gonna go down pretty soon here. Yeah, we can just kill him with a fair bit of stuff. We have a lot of options. Actually, no, we don't. We have one option. Bring this in. Ooh, a Dark Shot. Cool. It's out. Do a Dark Shot. Dead. Dead. Okay. Probably just the muscles protesting that they're healing. Could be. How much longer are you out of commission? On the 3rd, I'm back to the place where they operated. Okay. Now let's cancel those. Vantage point. After killing an enemy, reduce the energy cost of the next maneuver by 2. That's okay. We're not taking the other 2. Patience is determinant. Yes, I think that's the word. If I do not do any hits, we're not doing that. Resilience, every 9th maneuver increases armor. We're not going to do that. So vantage point. As we get a kill, the next maneuver is costing 0, pretty much. Alright. Now, this Treasure Guardian is the one. This is the one that's gonna get us what we need. 100%. 100%. Totally. Totally. Alright, we're gonna do a feint and a dodge. We're pretty defensive. Let's do a smoke. It's fine. And then we do a big ol' hit. And a hit. And precursor. Alright. Get x-rays there, and then I get the okay to start physical therapy. 2 to 3 weeks until I can get fully off my crutches. I expect to start working in October. Okay. Yeah, so a month and a half. Let's see. There's no way I can kill him, so I have to defend. Is that enough already? No, I need one. Let's do 2 Lightbringers. Let's see, I could do an Acid Flood. Rather tempting. It is rather tempting. I think I am. I'm just going to remove some of his armor. So then, if I get a Lightbringer shot, a did. Yeah, that's going to deal a lot more damage. Alright, we're going to smoke one of these guys. We're going to have to do a feint and an unbreakable because they're not going. Not this round. And then we're going to do, yeah, I think that I have a bonus at the moment. I did. We'll hit him, and then precursor. Alright. He'll go down now, for sure. Let's do the quick dodge for increased damage. Yeah, he's going down. Yeah, we needed those toxic shots earlier, but we're good. We're good. Alright. This is it. We need good runestones. Duplicate a card? Yeah, let's do that. What do I want to duplicate, though? I could duplicate the Lightbringer shot. I don't want another Corrosive Rainfall because it takes way too much charges. Way too many. Way too many much charges. I think I will take in a Lightbringer shot. Usually I have like 3 or 4 big hits. Currently I just have the 2. Let's do that. Okay, well, we got Gur, or Jer. Is it Jer? Wasn't that what we confirmed? So this one is pretty good. Increase your damage by 25% for every runestone equipped. So this is going to be 75% damage, or 30 armor. We're going to take the 75% damage. Let's put it there. May as well combine the cracked stand. What do you want to do? Let's combine the cracked Ethel. May as well combine the cracked man. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. We did get the 75% damage. There were definitely other runestones I would have liked to see, but this is good. This is very good. So at the beginning, we're getting an additional 150% damage. And then it peters off to 75. I guess I'll keep the crack stand because I don't have too many ways to reduce armor. So we'll just keep it. Whew. Alright. Alright. Little scary. Again. Little scary again. Well, we're gonna have to start with a dodge. Now that's enough to block one of these big guys, but it doesn't block them both. Oh, really? That's how it is. Gur as in get, so it's Gare. 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 And by the way, is the G-A-R, is that just Gar? Like car? Gar? Yeah. Let's think. I could, if I kill the Faith Healer, the only reason why I'm very tempted to attempt that is that would give me a pretty good elemental arrow. The J sound didn't exist until way after Food Dark. Okay. Oh man, I could also bring in the Corrosive Rainfall. I don't have the energy for all of this though. If I get a kill, I could get the Corrosive Rainfall. If I get the Corrosive Rainfall, I could pepper one of the big hitters. I mean, I'll survive the other two, right? I would survive, even if they do maximum damage. So I think that's the way to go. We have to get this kill, and also it would be preferable if we don't use aim shot and just use Lightbringer. Oh yeah, we should pop one of them, which is good for us. Alright, almost got him. Out. Alright, so we can bring in the Corrosive Rainfall. Now let's do some toxic shots on him. Oh man, they deal increased damage when the guy dies. Interesting. Alright, let's pop one. Okay. Well, man, I have to really think about this. So he's not gonna kill me alone. I think we have to kill them both. I think we do have to kill them both. So we want to pop these. If I'm able to get this kill, I'm going to be at 10, so I will get a pretty big elemental arrow, which I think I might have to do. Okay. If I bring this in, then I get a medium-sized elemental arrow. Alright, so if he deals maximum, it's 90 plus 54, it's 144. I'm gonna get 17 from Gifu. 144. I'm gonna be at 124. I need 30 more. I can't quite reach that. I could throw, if I throw a smoke bomb, then I'm just safe. Alright, what would I draw here? I have a good chance of drawing one of my Lightbringers, which would make it pointless. He is not immune to stun. I have a 50% chance of, or almost 50% chance of drawing stun. Alright, let's just see what we draw. Oh. Psychic shot? Okay, good. Alright, so we're fine. It was fine the whole time. There was never any worry. And now he's stunned. Yeah, it was pronounced more like a Y and spelled with an I. Except the J sound, as it is modern, is more of a French influence in Middle English rather than Saxon. The origins of the Saxons is pretty interesting if you do any biblical type studying. I do not know much about the origin of the Saxons. Let's see. You know, I think that we're to the point that it's better to have Unbreakable Feints. But yeah, he's dead. Yeah. Hooray. Alright, these aren't good enough. We're canceling. Hunter's Dream. First hit deals 25% additional damage. Awesome. Shoot to Remember. 8th hit deals 300% more damage. I think we're going to be doing that. Then a Strong Grip. Increase damage by 2. Alright. Damage. We're already at the Legendary. Oh my. Okay. We are actually doing this really quickly, by the way. Surprisingly so. Reduce damage of all enemies by 100%. Yes, please. They're dealing way too much damage. That way I don't have to think about it. Okay. I have enough to pay for a maneuver, so we'll do one. Increasing our damage output a little bit. And then we're just going to be attacking a ton. Let's attack... let's attack the Catalog. You have been chosen. Become a well-willed winning machine. Okay, so I can stun it. Whoa. The damage. That is not good. This is not good. Not a single defensive card. Don't I have 7? No, I have 6. Ugh. Really? Yeah. I have no way to draw. Interesting. Well, I don't have an option. Well, so first of all, I have to stun him. I have to. That damage is insane. But then we have to block 200 damage, and we have no way to do so. All right, that was a very unlucky draw. Yeah, I don't think that there's any hope of getting out of this one. I mean, I can dump a bunch of acid flasks, try to kill one of these guys. I suppose that's the thing to do. I mean, sure, I'll go all out. We're going all out trying to kill this guy. Alright. What can I do? Almost 1,000? Alright, let's make that more. Yeah. They're the same amount? Okay. Let's pop one of these. I didn't realize the 10th hit was a stun. No. We could have stunned him and we would have made it. Ugh. Well, I'll just have to go for it. Now, we will live, but man, that took a lot out of me. Okay. What do we want to do? We probably want to go for him now. I could... yeah, let's go for him. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so we took a little bit of damage there. Man, that could have been so bad. Alright, gain some armor, gain some more armor. We can stun him, I will. Oh, he has a lot of health. Alright, let's do a Lightbringer. Oh, let's do a... Okay, let's hit him. Acid Flood. Do a Corrosive Rainfall. Okay. Yeah, we need single digits health. I know. We really do. Okay, so... yeah, I can get rid of him. Hopefully. Oh, I thought I could have played both. I can't. Okay. Might get him. Yeah. Out. You do weird fiber shots. I gotta say, we're like barely scraping by here. Like, I don't know how we're even alive. I do not... oh my goodness. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. Cool. We do not have what we need. Let's try to find... Nope. Really need that smoke shot. That would have been cool to find. Next one is free. You know what? Let's do a regular little thing. Let's do a quick dodge. I don't think that blocking... Oh, okay, yeah. We have the reduced damage. Oh, I mean, let's do an unbreakable. Okay, we're gonna live. We're fine. Totally fine. He has way too much armor. I should probably go for one of the other guys. Now, could bring that in, but I'm gonna wait. Okay. Do a corrosive rainfall. We will. 2. I'm tempted to do it. You know what? Let's do it there because we want to get rid of him. Got a free dodge. I've played that before, but that's okay. Alright, so if I do an acid flood, I can bring in a big hit. Okay, so I could kill him, or I could hit him. Let's hit him, because it'll remove his damage by 40%. Okay, he's bringing in everybody. Okay, quick dodge, it's fine. Could stun him. Probably have to. Do an arrow. Big hit. Alright, we're going to stun and do an acid flood. Probably can bring in more arrows. Oops. Okay. Alright, we're gonna get him. Oh man, I thought that was just a goner. Okay. I don't know how I survived that, to be honest. I thought that I was just dead. I really do not know how I lived. Okay. Well, I guess I did draw this at the right time. The Tainted Force. There was a little bit of that. A little bit of luck. Okay, we could stun one. Not really a reason to. I'll just remove his armor. Yes, because I became well-oiled, obviously. Well-oiled machine. Alright, water shot, go to him. And this is all that's left. Yeah, let's flip these feints back over. I thought they was dead. Now you're dead. Oof. My goodness. Alright, discard a card. What am I getting rid of? I gotta say, these arrow bags have saved my life a few times now, but I do need to get rid of them at some point. Could get rid of another shot. I mean, I am realizing that I need another defensive card because I'm not getting very lucky with them. So I need to get rid of something. It's either going to be an arrow or an arrow bag. You know what? We already have 2 arrow bags. Let's get rid of one of them. Alright. We gotta find a good one soon, right? Totally. It has to happen. Statistically. Gotta happen at some point, right? Yeah, let's, alright, let's just leave it. Grab another weird candle. Okay. Also a scary spot already. Very scary. Let's do a feint. Do a dodge. And now let's look at it. So they're dealing 80, 80, 160, 200 and something. All right. So one of them has to go, or else we're in a lot of trouble. Now, if I do an acid flood, if I do, well, right, so I could do a shot, acid flood, then arrow bag. Not the worst idea. Okay, let's see where we end up. Alright, so now we're at 144. Where's Gifu? If I play one more card, I'll gain 17 barrier, so then I'll be at 160. So at 80. Okay, so then we're fine. So then we're fine if I do the arrow bag. Well, no, actually, if I just play anything, I'm fine. But we're going to do the arrow bag anyway. Because I don't know I'm going to draw. It might be something that costs me energy, but I can't even play it anyway. Okay, I did take a little bit of damage there. If I can get rid of him, that would be good. We can bring in our corrosive rainfall. Fantastic. Do some toxics. Yeah. Okay. Get rid of him. Toxic. So stun him. Hit him. Hit him. And dead. Whew. Okay. Oh man, we need a good quiver. We need a good quiver so bad, I swear. Alright, so we're not taking any of these. Not good enough. Okay. Devastating Precision. Every discarded card grants you an additional charge and also increased damage. I think I'm going to do that. I need more charges. I've been realizing that. That's been pretty bad. The other one that's a little bit tempting is Stunning Brilliance. Every 12th maneuver stuns a random enemy. It doesn't happen that often, but we're going to do Devastating Precision. More attack. Let's go. Alright. Okay. Let's remove their armor. If I can kill someone, corrosive, well, besides the Tainted Corpse. If I can kill someone besides the Tainted Corpse, I can bring in the corrosive rainfall. Very tempting. I only have one block. Ugh. Okay, Unbreakable Feints. Okay. Do I have to kill them both? Well, so I do have a smoke shot. I think I have to kill one of them. I think I have to. Even with this. I mean, unless he rolls really low on his attacks. Could do a, could pop a blood candle. I want to do it at some point. Well, because I mean, if I do that, then this is going to deal a lot more damage. I'll deal about double this. Yeah, then well, yeah, I think I will. We're pretty close to where we want to be for it. Now, we should be able to kill him. Alright, he's out, so now we're safe. Yeah, we probably want to go for him next. Annoying, but okay. A quick dodge. Ooh, missed it. That was free. Oh, it's okay. We can get rid of him. Will one of these get rid of him? No. Alright, we're fine. Dead. We can play a regular old feint. We can get a big hit here. Psychic shot. Yes. We can do a Lightbringer. Dead. Almost dead. May as well bring in an arrow bag. Why not? Hit. Oh, he's out. And you're dead. Yes, we need the return of the kitchen sink. I know, we do need the return of the kitchen sink. No. Man, oh man. So the piercing shot is okay, because obviously it has pierce. Oops, sorry, that might have been loud. The piercing shot is okay. Many times at the end, and also honestly all the time, these enemies are having too much armor. I am really tempted to take piercing shot. I probably should. Doing that is gonna make the defense for me a little bit harder, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hope that's okay. But then now that I think about it, I'm gonna grab another quick. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're doing it. We need to duplicate or grab a advanced feint at some point, though. That's very important. All right, every fourth hit deals 50% more damage. It's okay. Caltrops, every discard arrow and spirit arrow reduces damage of all, or sorry, reduces armor of all enemies by 10. That's pretty good. Or every second hit deals 25% more damage. We're gonna do Caltrops because right, we need to remove armor. Now I kind of regret getting pierced, but oh well. Couldn't have known. Man, we really are plowing through this faster than usual. Okay, because I started earlier, started about 40 minutes later, and we're got a lot further than usual. Anyways, we're going to bring in the feint. That's good enough. We have a piercing shot, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. We might be able to get rid of one of these guys. Yeah, not quite. The fourth hit gets a bonus, so let's save it for that. Alright. Now, the good news... Yeah. Yeah, so the good news is that these guys just healed this guy, so I could probably just put these guys in the right spot and we'll be fine. I have to do one thing of blocking. Alright, let's lower his... That was actually dumb. Let's lower his armor. We're going to hit one of them, and we're good. Yeah, the acid flood was poorly timed, but it's fine. It's fine. All right, I think that we're good. Hit him. Yeah. Cool. We have divine oil now. We should be able to kill somebody else. That'll do it. He's dead. We can kill him. Yes. Sure. Can bring in a big hit. Air shot. Sure. Dead. We can bring in the weird fiber. Might be able to kill somebody with this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he's dead. It's gonna take us two. Nice. Pretty good. Duplicate a card for sure, but man, I thought that we were getting rune stones. Oh dear, oh dear. I think I have to duplicate the dodge. We almost died too many times for not having enough defensive cards. I don't really like doing this. The advanced feints are the way to go, but I just didn't get it. Okay, we also get rune stones. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, let's absolutely combine that. That's better. Worth is intriguing. Let me think about it. Every turn reduce armor or gain armor. Man, oh man. I'm probably going to have it replace the Stan. Reduce enemy armor by 17 at the beginning. Instead, it'll be reduced by 5 every turn. Hopefully that's smart. It'll help in the longer fights. Okay, yeah, that wasn't the best. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Oh, man. Okay. We have the Mist Bears incoming. But first, the Cyclops, Juggernaut, and a Shaman. Okay. We can stun him. We also stun him. Doesn't he reset on a stun? He does. Okay. Only have one defensive card. Let's play it. Alright, we'll have enough to be able to defend against both, because Gifu's gonna go off. We don't need to do the smoke shot, so we're not even going to. I think we're just gonna be going after the Tormented Shaman. He's not gonna go down, but he'll be hurt. Okay, no damage on us. Ugh. 200 damage coming, huh? Okay. Okay. If they insist, let's do a quick dodge. This next hit is going to be pretty huge. Oh, this could kill him. Ooh, that's crazy. All right, we'll kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Wow. Okay. I mean, okay. Cool. Love it. All right. Ooh, corrosive weaponry. Don't say. Yeah, I probably should. I need the kitchen sink quiver, but I'll take corrosive weaponry. We only have one giving us toxic shots, so yeah, I'll do it. But I really do need the kitchen sink. Okay. Panic attack. Every third maneuver using combat grants you 5 barrier. No. I mean, ending a turn without dealing any hits grants you 25 barrier. No. That never happened. So we're going to be doing resurrection. So, yep. If we die, we'll be revived with 1 health, but only under specific circumstances. And here we go. Okay. A lot of defensive cards. I think that's a good thing. We're probably going to have to go crazy on defense for this first round. We could do 3 dodges. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna do a dodge. We're gonna do unbreakable. Yeah, Aka wasn't gonna die. Okay, this isn't good. Yeah, this isn't good. Not horrible. We might be able to manage a kill on this guy. We might be able to. If we play a Berserker Potion, we will. We could also do a Throwing Knife. That would probably be enough to kill the cultist. The reason why I want to kill him is that then the maneuver becomes 0. Oh, I guess it didn't count because it's not a shot. Oh well. Okay, I don't know if I'm even alive. I'm not. I'm absolutely not alive. Okay. Let's down some barrier. In desperation. Let's see. None of these are... Ooh. Ooh, the next round's gonna be really bad. Because we don't have any maneuver. Okay, so even if I live... So yeah, it's 133, 133. I mean, if one of these guys was gone... Okay, I think that the only chance I have is if I draw a smoke bomb. Nope. What else can I try? What else can I try? Actually, not a smoke bomb, a smoke shot. Okay, so I can do a couple smoke bombs that I probably... Oop, I almost gave them a Berserker Potion. That would have been bad. Alright, do that. Yeah, I can't kill him with these. Well, actually, maybe I could. Actually, is this dealing 130 because we halved. Yeah, so 70 at most. Yeah, so this is gonna be almost enough. If I toss a Berserker Potion, I could kill this guy. Okay, fine. We'll try it. We'll just try it. But I have to kill him then. 1. 2, and a 3. Cool. I don't even want to calculate it. It's 200 damage here. 136. Oh, no, we're gonna live. We're gonna live now. Right? Yeah. It's close. I don't want to count. Okay, we're good. We're totally fine. We're totally fine. Disregard having to toss everything for that. Okay. I can stun one person. Single person. That will be you. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. No blocks. Well. And yeah, whoa. Okay. So I have 4 energy and 4. Even if I kill one, I don't think that'll be enough. Well, I might actually have a chance. I may actually have a chance. I need something good here, though. No. Not that. Didn't need that. Do a water shot anyway. I'll be really close. So if I do an acid flood, that's not going to be enough. Well, maybe. Alright, let's just see what happens. We can play the corrosive rainfall. We can play the corrosive weaponry. Evolve toxic shots. We can end it with a tainted force. 1, 2. This one's gonna stun, so it's gonna stun him. Alright. Not enough. Not even close. Well, he's halfway. It did lower his damage, though. Okay, we made it again because of a well-timed stun. But now they're immune to stun. Oh, why, oh, why? Why, oh, why? So he's not attacking, he's healing. Okay. So, if I can't stun the guys that are attacking, so I have to defend against them. Feint. Unbreakable feint. That's all I got. Gonna get 17. Gonna get 17 from Gifu. 180. Okay. Close. We can't, again, we can't stun. Can't quite stun. We could go for this guy and just kill him. I probably should. I actually can't kill him, just realized. Okay. Oh, maybe. Aw. Oh, let's kill him. Why not? I forgot he's immune while stunned. Okay. I'm pretty sure I am dead, but... yeah. We're out. Man. We actually didn't do half bad, despite the poor draws, if I may say. Man, even that was 40... Or just, it just keeps my previous record. I was gonna say, I'm still over here, but yeah, well, it's okay. We had fun. I may as well, I mean, since it's a smidge early, I'll start the next run. We'll start over with you guys, because right, try to end it round 1. So yeah. Yeah, it's okay. We had fun. We had Cat Tomato in the chat. So obviously, it was a great day. I am sorry that I started a little bit late, though. That was a little bit rough. Alright, let's see if this time we're going to get a better runestone. Yes, Cat Tomato's the best. It makes every day a good day. Okay. That was fine. Ooh, that's good. We got corrosive weaponry off the bat. That's really nice. Hunter's Dream, first attack deals 25%. Shoot to Forget, the second hit deals 25% additional damage. A start of each turn with full ultimate gain 100% damage. This isn't too bad. It happens occasionally. We'll just do Hunter's Dream. Let's make our first attack good. Do a little bit of both. Okay, hello. Let's do a good old feint. And then just do some hits. How much else we can do? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's do something that we typically shouldn't do and hold bow, just because. Blocking that. Big ol' elemental hit. And he gone. Alright. Arrows of the Past, no. Ooh, exhausting shot. Okay, I am going to take it because it deals so much damage. But right, it doesn't work too well with the timing of hits because that's how this guy typically works. But it is a lot of damage. I shouldn't pass it up. Alright, Revelin Massacre for healing, Virtuous Killer. For every 3 arrows played in combat, the third arrow played in combat gives you an ultimate charge. That's how we will read it. And then Tranquility. On enemy kill, gain damage for the next hit equal to 100% of your damage modifier. We are absolutely doing Tranquility. Gotta get those stairs of bodies. As they say. Alright. Well. Let's do a feint. Do our big hit. Let's see if we can't. Pretty lame. Just leave it. Corrosive weaponry, fantastic. Can't quite kill him though. Let's play that. Could kill him. Nope. Already did. Alright, he'll be dead next round. Next round for sure. Alright. Let's see. We have Blind Fury. Deal 3 hits for 75% damage to random enemies. Another exhausting shot. I don't think I want to have 2 at the moment. I'll duplicate it if I want it later. Just leave it. By the way, I have been considering... next week I might be playing something else, by the way. We're going to be doing Veracity for 5 ultimate charges when getting a kill. Because, I mean, Masha already knows, but Masha has been gracious enough to give me a Steam key for a game that I was considering playing on stream or doing a playthrough for. So I might do it next week. I've been back and forth on it because I think it just depends on what you guys are interested in. I was going to mention it to Clockwork, but Clockwork wasn't on, so I might message him on Discord and see if cool with that, but because I know that, you know, he's here a lot. Him and the Gremlins. So, all right, let's play an Unbreakable Feint. Get rid of him. We actually didn't see any of the sick men in the last run. Just realized that. Okay. Got tomatoes. Alright, let's get rid of her if we can. Our damage output is kind of low, gotta say. There we go. Will this be enough? It will. But yeah, I'm thinking I might do it at the... Yeah, I was gonna say that I think that next Tuesday and the first half of Wednesday I might be playing Rogue Trader then. Also, Dawn, you know, Mojitos, Doritos. Dawn has said that she was gonna also give me a Steam key for a game. So I'm trying to decide when I want to play what. Because one of them I'm probably gonna stream, and I'm kind of thinking the game that Dawn wants to get, which is Expedition 33. I'm kind of thinking I might do that as a playthrough, and then I might do Rogue Trader and see how you guys like it as well. I know. Spicy. But yeah. So I'm thinking I might do Rogue Trader live and then do Expedition 33 as a playthrough on my channel once I finish King Arthur and then 1.1, and then I'll go do Expedition 33. That's currently my thoughts. But yeah. Let's do the Unyielding Quiver. Alright, and we're going to take Devastating Precision, getting extra ultimate charges per discard. Yeah, I've heard good things about Expedition 33 as well. Like, you know, it was made by a smaller team, and they just did really well. Because, right, isn't it, like, nominated for Game of the Year or something? I think, or at least there's talks of that or something. Alright. You know what? I typically don't hit him first. I think I am. I'm not gonna kill him, but just, that's good. Technically, you could play it now. I'm in the Steam family, my boyfriend has it. Oh, really? Nice. Well, yeah, I have definitely heard good things about it. Which, I mean, I don't really know how good it is, because I haven't really seen it. The only thing that I've been told, or the only things I've been told have been from Dawn. Let's see here. Actually, all these are really nice. Let's take Shoot to Remember. 8th hit deals 300% more damage. Yeah, but big RPGs like that are so time consuming. Yeah, that is true. Right, that is why I've been like trying to decide what to play when, because I believe Rogue Trader as well has almost 100 hours of gameplay in total. Or maybe it's 80. It might be 80. And I think the Expedition 33 is similar, where it has close to that number. But I don't really know. I should probably actually look it up to see, because maybe that's going to influence my decision as well. Because whatever I do for the playthrough, I'm probably going to want that to also be the shorter game. Because I don't know when Tainted Grail is going to release, like, version 1.2. And if they decide to release version 1.2 in, like, October, or even, like, November, then I might not have enough time. But I don't know. Okay, yeah, you can do it after it's done. Okay. Let's do a feint. And another feint. Just get increased damage and go after this guy. Yeah, I think that... Yeah, I think that either way will probably be okay, but... I don't know, I just want to make sure that the people who are interested in Expedition 33 will be watching it. And I think more than likely people will be more so interested in Expedition 33 as a playthrough than a live stream, I think. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. What do I want to duplicate? Do I want to duplicate? No, let's just do an increased card draw. Okay, this wasn't awful. We have P-Orth, which is a good thing to start with. Plus 50% damage in the first round. We also have an Ethel for armor, so those were actually pretty good. We can remove some armor as well, that's good. Increased card draw at the beginning, also good, and also healing, that's okay. He no-lifed it? Oh man. He must have really liked it then. Let's see. Let's do a bow draw, shockingly enough. I can kill him, and I think we can get rid of him. Yep. And dead. Alright, let's see here. I could do a light... You know what? I don't do this often, but we're going to do a Lightbringer's Avalanche. Heal one hit per filled weird candle bar. Let's do that one. I prefer the big hits, but that'll do. All right, we'll do great arrows. Elemental arrows deal extra damage, also gain piercing. And more attack. Yeah, I don't think I've ever no-lifed a game before. I have gotten close to it. Well, I will say when I was a kid, I used to, you know, of course. But eventually, it was just like, man, I wish I could. Let's see, I can't exactly stun. The first hit is always bigger, so let's do that. He's not going to go down, but I guess I'll... Oh yeah, I forgot it always goes to him. Alright, just hit him, hit him, hit him. Yeah, it is a lot easier when you're younger. Man, I miss those days. It was always so easy. Everything was so much easier back then. Alright. I'm gonna need to do a feint. Man, ooh, I just realized it's a lot. Do we have a... Oh, we do have a smoke shot. So we need that smoke shot up. Here, smoke him. This is not the best at all. Be nice if this kills him. Nope. Well, that's okay. We can kill him. Alright, we probably should do the feint just for slightly less damage. Actually, I don't know if that even worked. Alright, let's hit him. Bring in the elemental. Alright, he's dead. Cool. Alright. Alright, so I can stun him again. I don't think I need to. See how low we can get this guy. Alright, let's do an unbreakable feint. Totally worth it. Hit him, hit him. And we'll just leave it. I don't want to stun him. I don't want to give him that extra armor. Let's hit him. This might get him. Nope. This will. Okay, bring in something big. He's out. Nice. Could do an arrow bag, but we're just gonna hit this guy as well. Oof. Okay, corrosive. Hop, hop. Let's see. He has 111 hours and 41 out of 75 achievements. Well, it could definitely be longer. But I feel like RP, well, you know, because some games, you know, people play like 10,000 hours or something. Well, with RPGs, that's probably a lot harder to do, to spend thousands and thousands of hours on. Because that would mean that you did like a 20, 30 playthroughs, you'd probably get tired of it eventually. But then again, that's 111 hours since, when did Expedition 33 come out? Like 4 months ago? Something like that. That's like an hour a day. Not too bad. Yeah, let's remove something. We'll be removing a stepping stone. Yeah, so something I have thought... honestly, I kind of liked this Herald of Nature. We're going to take it. But yeah, something that I do think is a little bit funny is that... Right, I'm more so someone who plays board games than video games. But now I just play video games with you guys. Which, I mean, again, I enjoy it. I love it. But yeah. It was done within 2 weeks. Okay, so yeah, that really would be no lifing it then. Man. That is an accurate assessment. Alright, let's see. Dead. Bring in an arrow bag. Why not? And also do this, and then he's gone. Perfect. I'm trying to think the closest thing I ever did to something like that, but I don't know. I mean, right, I definitely, like, whenever I was on break from school, I absolutely did stuff like that. Because then it was just like, okay, school's out for the week because of whatever, summer break, we're not summer break, winter break, whatever. It was like, okay, playing games all the time, forever. I'm gonna be. I do a quick game. It was just so nice because then it was just like, oh yeah. I mean, typically it was Knights of the Old Republic, where I would like almost complete it during like that week that we were out. This should kill him. This should also kill him. And this should also kill him. Okay, things are going well in terms of us getting through this fast. I don't want any of those. Unarmed defense, discarded arrows gives us armor. The Empiric arrow, that'll heal us, not too bad. And then calm advantage. Every 6th maneuver played in combat reduces the energy cost of the next maneuver by 1. This isn't too bad. I think I'm going to take that. Yeah. Yeah, there was a short period of time where I, people do this, of course, but there was a short period of time where I kind of, actually, wait a second. I want to play this as free. I probably want to do the hold bow. Okay, it doesn't count as a kill, huh? Okay. I forgot that was a thing. But yeah, there was a time where it was like, I did play a fair bit of games when I didn't know what I was doing with my life type of thing. As it was just like, well, just, I'll just play some games then. So it was like that period of my life I absolutely did. Well, I didn't like no life or whatever, but... Because I also have family stuff, and like I do a lot of babysitting for my brothers. Quite often. So it was never like gone. Or had the opportunity to. Let's see here. Duplicate a card. Maybe. I could do so. What would I want to duplicate is the thing. I could duplicate a corrosive weaponry. Yeah, let's probably duplicate corrosive weaponry. Because then we probably don't need to worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, when yeah, right. Because it's like, it's either do nothing or play a game. You know what? Or should I? You know what? No, let's increase card draw. Because that's going to help us in the long run. More so, surprisingly. Oh, man. Okay, let's combine this runestone. This wasn't the best draw. Let's take this out. Let's put that in. I guess we'll put in lore. I don't know. Reduce max health of all enemies by 3%. Okay. Read a basic novel in 1 day. Yeah, my problem... well, I think I mentioned it, but, I have an eye condition. So my problem is I can't read for long periods of time. And also, it's very hard to... And also, it's really hard for me to, like, focus while reading. It takes me a really long time to. But I wish I could do that. I really do. That would be awesome. That would be amazing. Let's see. Let's do an unbreakable. I can probably just get rid of these guys. Yep. Never cared much for reading novels despite writing one. I've gone through test books in a sitting though. Man. That is a lot of reading. Let's do an ending time? Let's do it. I do... Yeah, that's okay. That works. That works for me. Unarmed defense for a little bit of armor. Spiral. Every 4th hit deals 100% more damage. Or caltrops. Yeah, we're going to do caltrops. Every discarded arrow reduces armor. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, it was tough. Like, when I was in high school, because I was in, like, well... I was in advanced classes in high school, and the problem that I had, okay, we're able to defend against all this. The problem that I had was that many times there would be like these things that, well, I had to read a chapter of a book every day, and the chapters were about 30 pages. And since it takes me so long to read, I would be up till like, you know, like 4 a.m. having to read. It was quite difficult. It was really hard to keep up because I can't read that fast. So it was something where it was like, man, then I would go up, wake up for school. I'm just completely out of it. It was quite a pain. All right, we're gonna have to do a stun on him, or him. Well, actually, we do have the smoke shot. Let's bring this in. Maybe we'll be fine. We can reduce his damage by 40%. That's intriguing. Very intriguing. Let's kill him. Almost got him. Let's do an exhaust. Let's do this. We're gonna have to do an exhausting shot. Alright. We're fine. Yeah, it was very rough. Yeah, it was a crazy time, but also like I remember, and this is something that has always frustrated me forever, but something that was so frustrating was that I mean, you know, teachers are like this, but one of the teachers that I had, man, this is a bad situation to be in. I need to think about this. So he needs to be stunned first of all. That's too much damage. Do I have to stun them both? Man, I don't want to lose all this armor, but I might have to. I think I have to. That's not good. Not a good spot to be in. Okay, we can kill him. Bring in some corrosive weaponry. To knock that guy out, it would be preferable if we can get ending time, probably. I could reduce some armor. No, let's just kill him. Oh, I thought they had 2 shots. My bad. Okay. We'll work this out. So he's out. Hit him. We are in a very bad spot, but hopefully we'll draw something good. Have I listened to audiobooks? Yeah, I have listened to audiobooks, but it was something. But yeah, in school, right, you have the textbooks, they don't really have audiobooks. But the really frustrating thing that, oh my goodness, it like bugged, it still to a point bugs me, is that the teacher would hand out these packets for the students so that they didn't have to read the chapters of the book, but he only did that to his favorite students. And it was something that really infuriated me, because it's something where it's like I had to read these 30 pages while his favorite students got a single page of like, this is what you need to know for the upcoming quiz, upcoming test, whatever. If you memorize it, you're good. And it was just like, oh my gosh, was it infuriating, because they never even cracked the book. And then there I am up till like 3 a.m. trying to catch up. It was like, oh my gosh. It was very frustrating. But I don't know. Oh, yeah. Did he give them to the... No. This was the advanced class. And, yeah, it was so infuriating. Oh, yeah, and also, by the way, this is... Yeah, I really hated that guy. Well, you know, I shouldn't say hate. I was very frustrated with him. Because what would happen is that the main way to pass the class was that the quizzes were... I think it was like 60% of your grade. And every single day we had a quiz over the chapter that you just read. So the students he liked, they just had to memorize the page, and then they were good. They would get A's. It was very simple. But then everyone else, they didn't get that benefit. They had to read the 30 pages. Yeah, it eventually got to the point that I hate to even say this because it sounds awful. But eventually it got to the point that I threatened to go to the principal about this, because he ended up mixing up the quizzes, and he gave the wrong quiz sheet to his favorite students, and his favorite students ended up getting an F on the quiz. And when that happened, and essentially everyone who read the book, they got, they did well. So what happened is he then switched up the quizzes, and he gave us a quiz on a chapter that we weren't supposed to read yet. However, the students that he liked had been given that cheat sheet type of thing. So when that happened, everyone who read the book failed the quiz. So I was like, well, this is really insane, because it's like, it was a case of like he gave them answers for chapter 14, but we were in chapter 13. So when that happened, I was like, okay, like that like enough is enough. Like, I'm going to go to the principal and explain what just happened, because you're condemning people for doing the work, and then the people who don't do the work, you're bending over backwards to make sure that they keep an A. Oh yeah, it was, man, that was the worst. It was the worst. Oh my goodness. I know, it was ugh. Yeah. Yeah, it really was the worst. Oh man. Yeah, I hate the school system. I really do. Anyways, let's just get through this if we can. We're gonna do our best to get through this at least. All right, so we're gonna have to do a feint, then we're gonna have to follow it up by an unbreakable and see where we're at. Well, we're not gonna die here. We also don't have an let's think. If I do a gamble, I'm not gonna take damage. Man, oh man. I could just do a smoke shot on one of them. Alright, let's just do that. Yeah, because I can probably kill this guy. I can. Alright, let's kill him. Hit him. Go again. Also bring in a big elemental. Yeah. You regret spending 1 second at schools. Yeah. But oh my goodness, but it was frustrating because it's like, right, it's just like, what I kept on thinking is that everyone who's getting a good grade is getting it on false pretenses. That's how it felt. And it was just like so wrong, right? It was just very frustrating. But the guy was, the teacher, I just realized this is going to be a little bit scary. I'm going to have to stun him. He's dealing way too much damage there. But anyways, the teacher was the soccer coach. So the people that specifically he was giving... Okay, this is really good. Oh wow, this is really nice. Did I kill them both? I might be able to. Yeah, he's out of here. But the teacher was a soccer coach, so right. So it was like everyone knew that the soccer players were the ones that were always given the cheat sheet, so they didn't have to actually study. And it was like, I don't know, it was an open secret that everybody knew that he had these favorites, that they didn't actually have to do anything. It was just like, yeah, it was just very ridiculous. Because I mean, think about that. It's like the whole basis on passing is if you get an A on a quiz, and that's how you pass his class. And then he gives everyone the exact answers right before he gives you the quiz, but only to the people he wants to pass. Yeah. Oh yeah. It did at the time. I mean, it still does to a point, but oh yeah, I was just very infuriated. But yeah. Anyway, all right, yeah, we got rid of the right one. Your class once went to the principal because we only ever watched movies and didn't learn any 5th to 7th grade geography / politics. Our efforts got us a new teacher half a year before we would have. Huh. Yeah. In 8th grade, you would get new teachers across the board. Really? Huh. Yeah, I really didn't like my school. I mean, I know that it happens in some places, but the frustrating thing was that it was a school. It was a school where it was like, well, it was a private school, right? And the thing is that it is absolutely true that the parents of private school kids are the kind of people that are like, hey, like, give my kid an A, and if you do, we'll like donate something to the school. That is absolutely a thing that happens. Is very common. Man, I should be a little bit more focused. We took damage there and then unnecessarily. But anyways, so it was something where it was like it was very common that a student would be passing a class simply because their parent went to the teacher and was like, hey, you gotta give him a better grade. It was just like, just really terrible. It was very frustrating. Because it's like, you know, it was not that way for my parents. You know, my dad just really wanted us to go to that specific school, right? And it wasn't, you know, I don't know. It was an interesting time. Anyways, we're gonna get Vantage after killing an enemy, get a free maneuver. I'll take that. But I do remember my we got a teacher. I ended up taking geography till my arbiter, abitur. I don't know what that word is. He also became my English teacher and revolutionized my relationship with with the language. Oh, well, I mean, I can tell you have a very big interest in English. That is true. I can absolutely see that. Let's grab an unbreakable feint. Alright, almost got him. Can get him pretty low. Can't quite get him, but that's okay. He's dealing, what, 24 for... Okay, we're good. But yeah, I remember my favorite teacher... what was a shame was that he wasn't originally a teacher. He was actually, like, he did... Well, I don't want to say he was a scientist, but he did things relating to being a scientist, right? He did research on different stuff relating to physics, which I thought was really cool. He went to different cool places, whatever. And long story short, he ended up losing his job, so he had to become... He felt like the only option he had left was to become a teacher. So he became a teacher, and the guy was really smart, but he had his own way of thinking in terms of teaching, and he was very much so like a sink or swim type of mentality. And he's like, I'm gonna give you all the opportunities you can. If you need more resources, I'll be there. He was always there after school tutoring people, but he was like, at the end of the day, if you fail, you fail, and if you're gonna complain about your grade, I don't care. Like, it's your own doing. And that was kind of his attitude. And there was this one instance in which he had a yeah, I think that we just want to target this guy down. Yeah, we'll take a teeny tiny bit of damage maybe, but that's fine. Oh, we did. But yeah, there's this one instance in which a student was getting a C. Operator in our highest school diploma gives you access to any university matrix you want. Huh. That's very interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard that before. Let's see. I think I'll be able to kill these guys, but actually I'm not too positive. Yeah. But yeah, so what had happened is that this German school system is special. But yeah, so what happened was that the teacher was essentially threatened by one of the students' parents, and essentially said, like, hey, like, my daughter is getting a C in your class, like, I want you to essentially give her an A because she's going to college next year. And the guy was like, you know, no way, I would never do that. She has to earn her grade. And then they're like, well, can't there be extra credit of some kind, you know? And the guy was like, no, I give everyone the exact same opportunities. I'm not going to give everyone any kind of special treatment, right? So then they went to the principal and essentially complained. So then my favorite teacher was then called by the principal, and he said, either you give the parents what they're asking for, or you're going to be fired. And there's nothing else to it. And the guy was like, that's completely illegal. You know, he's like, there's no way. And the principal was like, well, yeah, but understand. And it was like this very terrible situation where the principal was essentially saying like, well, I know that you don't have that much money, so like there's no way you're going to be able to afford this type of fee. Like you, like he just moved here and this was his first year, right? So he's already in debt. So the principal is like, well, there's no way you can afford any kind of legal fees. That's bizarre. And he's like, you know, like giving all these excuses as to there's no way you're going to fight us in the court for this. And he was like, and if you're fired, you know that's going to be detrimental for you and all this different stuff. So the guy essentially said, well, if you're going to fire me, you may as well just fire me because I'm not staying. Like, so essentially, you know, like that he was going to like quit once his tenure was over, whatever, however many years he was required to stay by contract. And essentially was like, you know, if you're going to fire me, you know, do it, whatever. So the principal ended up being like all talk and he didn't fire the guy, but it was like, it was just so awful. And I remember the guy, the teacher ended up like, well, at our school, there was like different classes that you'd be in, right? You know, in terms of like how advanced. So I'm not bragging or whatever, but the most advanced courses I was in, and there was like 6 of us. And I remember like the last like few weeks of school, we were so advanced. Well, this sounds so terrible, but we proceeded through the book work so quickly that the last few weeks there wasn't too much to do. So I remember him just like going on about how insane this was, and he was just like venting. It almost felt like a therapy session because he was just saying how it's like, you know, they're trying to destroy my life, all this different stuff. He's like, this is just so crazy. Like I never expected this. And by the way, this was a Christian school, right? It was a Christian school. So he was like, this is insane. And by the way, the guy isn't even Christian. But he's like, you know, this is just insane. How in the, you know, how can they call themselves Christian and do this, whatever? Yeah. I know it does. It makes it even worse because it's like, yeah, it really is insane. And also the people threatening to, you know, get this guy fired, you know, they're like these parishioners and important in the church, whatever. It's just like, it's all corrupt. It was all just really terrible. I felt so bad for the guy. You know, I will always remember him as my favorite teacher, but it's like, I don't know, I was also very proud that he was willing to just stick to his guns and say like, I dare you to fire me. And he ended up being, you know, taking a good bet because the thing is that it was a smaller school. There were like 400 people there in total. So anyways, they had lost a few of their math and science teachers, so he was about to become the head of the department even though he'd only been there for 1 year. So he was like, there's no way you're gonna fire me because it's like you don't have the personnel to fire me. Because they didn't, and he ended up being right, and they had to keep him on for a couple more years. But then he ended up quitting once his contract was over. But it's like, yeah, I felt so sorry for the guy because it's like, right, he was just trying to teach, and it's like threatening him with legal issues. It's just like insane. Anyways, what do I want to do in terms of duplication? I think I'm just gonna do increase card draw. It was under 100 students. Yeah, that's pretty. That is a little small. I don't really need to heal much. Ken isn't bad because it gives me the duplication. Man, we got 2 of them. That's interesting. What do I want to do? I could take out Stan. I could put in Ken. Yeah, whatever. We'll do Eel. Nine of you in the graduating class. Yeah, we had 42, 44, something like that. These early 40, lower 40. Lot of damage. Let's get rid of these guys. Alright, a zero cost feint will be enough. Bring these in. A bunch of cards here. She's gone in a moment. Okay. And out. Yep, that works. Cancel all that. Let's do a vital point. Extra damage on the third hit. But yeah, I will say it's like I don't know. That well, I saw myself a lot in that teacher, because that is absolutely that is a lot like me. I come from a family that has been in situations like that. Is this only for one turn, removing armor? Yeah. Could eat the meat. Doesn't hurt. By the way, this is gonna be the last fight, then we're gonna be done after this, because I didn't realize how late it was, but yeah. 65,000 before taxes. Seems similar to the numbers I see in the USA, but thing is here all teachers are state workers. Yeah, it's close. It might be closer to 60. Well, actually no, 65,000 is probably about right. Yeah, I don't know the benefits that a teacher gets in public school, which is kind of sad because my brother and his wife are both public school teachers, but I have no idea what they get. I don't know the benefits or whatever. All right, we're going to do a regular old feint, and then we're probably just going to be doing some attacks here. I'm a little bit tempted to pop a candle, but I don't think I will. I'll just do a hit, followed by one of these, and one of these. Yeah, I would say that from what I understand, from what my brother says, public schools in particular it's like the classic trope of like, if you are a good worker, things get dumped on you. And, you know, it's just that they abuse the best workers. Or, you know, the best teachers. I have heard that a lot. Well, we got rid of them fast, so that's good. Oh, man. Let's see. How do we want to do this? There must be a solution to not die. Maybe. So he's gonna kill me. Probably. I don't have what gaining barrier when I discard cards, do I? I actually don't remember. I should check that before I panic too much. Yeah. Okay, I'm not getting any kind of a benefit like that. Huh. Yeah, I don't think that there's a way. I might have to drink or pop the weirdness mushroom and hope it helps me. Alternatively, I could just try to go all out and kill him, but I don't think I would. I could get the Lightbringer's Avalanche, though. Yeah, I'm trying to think what could save me. I did draw it. Yeah, I think I'm out. I'm gonna have to. I'll consume this mushroom and hope it saves me. Nope. Took 20 damage. Okay, let's heal. Okay. Well, I do have a chance to survive. I'm probably just gonna have to let it go. Just hope it works out. I don't think that there's anything else I can really. Okay. Let's see if we live. Probably won't. Ah. Oh well. I think it was only like a 1 in 3 chance of surviving. Oh well. I was probably talking too much. Got too distracted. But hey, it worked well. Yeah. Private schools are a rarity, and they don't operate much differently from public. My high school was technically private, but at least during my time it was forbidden to change admission. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, I think that charter schools work well. You had classes in religion, no choice to take ethics till 11th grade. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like any of all the systems I've seen, public and private. I don't like either of them, at least in America, at all. I've heard good things about charter schools. I don't know if it's actually that good. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a pain. But yeah. Okay. I'm getting it here. We had 2 losses. That second one I was probably talking too much, but I didn't get what I wanted anyway. I didn't get the right arrows that I was hoping for. We did get lucky with the quivers. And the other problem that I had is that I didn't have enough of the defensive abilities. I didn't get the quick dodge or the advanced feints. If I had one of those, I might have been okay. Yeah, exactly. They were practice runs. We still haven't even done our first run yet. Those were just practice. Yes, this is the prelude. The prelude, they say. We didn't. Yeah, we haven't even begun yet. Yeah. Yeah. No, Masha. I had fun talking to you guys, discussing, we're getting to know each other. So I always absolutely love hanging out with you guys. You guys are I am sorry also that I started a half hour late. I still feel a little bit bad for that. But we still streamed about 3 hours, so at least that was even. But yeah. Man. But yeah, I gotta say, I did not like private school. That was, well, when I went. It was not good. Yeah, but yeah, I hated schooling as a kid. It was just like the worst. And then when I got to college, it just like, ew. Did not like it. I'm not one for education, but I don't know. It was an interesting time though. Like college was very strange, I gotta say. The part about school you hated the most was pretending I learned a bunch of crap that I did not want to learn. Yeah, I remember when I was in college, yeah, it felt so weird to like take classes on things that were just like so bizarre, and it just didn't make any sense to me why I'm learning this stuff, and it didn't feel pertinent. And also, what was kind of a shame is, man, I feel like I should make a list of every single thing I learned in college that ended up being untrue. Because I took psychology courses, I took like business courses. A lot of that stuff that you learn, it's just like factually inaccurate. And now we know it's factually inaccurate. And it just like, it sucks that I spent all this time learning things that were untrue, or it just felt so unimportant. Like it had nothing to do with what we're talking about. But Yes. You need to take basic English to take expository writing. That would just give me an aptitude test. Yeah, I have wondered if aptitude tests would be... I don't know. But I absolutely think that there are better ways. You know, it's like if you compare our system to like Singapore, which I always love comparing because I've known, for whatever reason, I've known a fair number of people from Singapore. So it's like if you compare the education system to Singapore compared to us, it is just night and day, completely different. Singapore is considered to have the I don't want to say the most intelligent people in the world, but in terms of education, their people are the most advanced in terms of education, statistically. They are, but the thing is also they dictate literally everything. Able to skip a course in uni because I took the Cambridge exam as an extracurricular in high school. Well, that's good. That is the way to go. Just like start off with some classes already done. That is absolutely the way to go. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. Ugh. But yeah, college was a whole thing, and yeah, I don't know. There were like certain courses I liked and certain people I liked, but it was just something where it was like, typically what I enjoyed about college was that, well, everything that I enjoyed about college was typically things that were not college related, because it was like, you know, meeting people was probably the number one thing. But I had to take a photography class in order to take a sketching class. Totally makes sense. A lot of Asian education is just memorization. I do like that our system promotes understanding over pure memory. Well, maybe it does in Europe, but I mean, I would say that in America, you know, a vast majority of it really is just memorization, which I think is a problem. But yeah, I have heard stuff like that, but what I know is that like in Singapore, when you're very young, I forget the age, maybe you're like 5, which is very young, you are given an aptitude test to determine two things. For one, what your future job will be at 5 years old, or maybe it's 4, 5, or 6, somewhere around there. At 5-ish years old, you're given this test to determine what job you're going to have when you're an adult. And then on top of that, the test also determines essentially what level you'll be. Like if you'll be like if you're like a doctor, say, it'll determine if you're going to be a top doctor, an average doctor, or a low doctor. So you're given very specific and tailored classes that this is what you're going to be good at, so this is what you're going to be taking. And they immediately start teaching these kids at like 10 years old things that many people in America are, you know, like a 10-year-old in Singapore who's supposed to be a doctor will be taking like beginner courses in the United States for doctors. And it's something like really insane that they just throw it at the kids. It is just nuts. It is nuts. Yeah. Yeah, aptitude at 5. You could read when you were almost 2? I have no idea. Well, yeah, I didn't start writing until I was like 10 or something. I was pretty old. Or a 9. I was probably 9. I was older. Because I was homeschooled for a good portion of my life. So during that time, since I was the youngest, I wasn't really, well, yeah. Yeah, I agree, Masha. That is the insane part. And also, right, you are not allowed to switch. Like, you can't. And also, right, the laws there are very strict. Like, I remember somebody that I knew who was a teacher, she had said that it was like, you know, like she had a friend in school who ended up doing graffiti at at some kind of a, I don't remember, it was some kind of a sign. It was a street sign, and on the back of the street sign he did some graffiti, and she said that her friend, the government ended up chopping off the kid's hand, because that was the consequence. You cannot do graffiti. Like, you know, you get the death penalty if you have illegal drugs. Any illegal drug, it's the death penalty. So it's something where it's like it's very strict, and the people are, you know, the people don't exactly like it that much. But I mean, right, crime is low, as you can imagine, and people don't like to step out of line if they can help it, and they prefer to, you know, essentially just like do what they have to get by, then try to get out of there, which I don't blame them. But yeah, I've heard it's lessened up a little bit in the last like 5 years or something, or 10 years, but yeah, it is pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, it's a very different system, but it's like, it is something where, to me, I think that the best solution probably, yeah, it does sound pretty crazy, but it's a very beautiful place. I do gotta say that. And it's like, I think that a lot of the times when I talk to people from Singapore, it's like they'd be like, yeah, it is pretty bad, but at the same time, you know, no one was afraid of like walking out at night. You know, no one was, because that would be crazy that anything would happen to you, because they knew the consequences if anything happens to you. But your grade school goes first to fourth year, so at age 9 to 10, your teachers will give your parents suggestion based on your aptitude, whether they suggest aiming for arbiter or vocational path. Interesting. Well, yeah. I think that that's probably a better way to go. Well, that's what I was going to mention, is that to me, there should be a mandatory aptitude test of some kind, just to give kids an idea of what they're good at. I think that would be fantastic, but they're not going to be forced into it, because, you know, I think that you should have the freedom to decide, of course, but at the same time, I have known, including myself, I have known tons of people that were so lost once they graduated high school. They're like, what in the world am I supposed to be doing now? Like, they learned nothing that they needed to learn, you know, like nothing of value in terms of like taxes, changing a tire, you know, how do you know, turn off the water when the toilet starts to flood, you know, that kind of stuff. You learn nothing. And then they go out into the real world, and it's like, okay, now you have to get your first credit card. Okay, well, what do you do? Well, they didn't get taught by their parents. They didn't get taught by school. They have to just figure it out. And it's like, that isn't good. That isn't good at all. But yeah. Yeah, I still have no idea what to do. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be really good to give somebody some kind of a test. You only got a bank account last year. Yeah. By the way, how old are you, kid child, Casey? I don't remember. But yeah, they really should be giving. You're 30? Okay. Yeah, basic life skills classes should be 100%. And it is like a travesty. Honestly, it is a travesty that they don't do anything like that. Even the shop classes, it wasn't that much, right? A lot over like home ec type stuff. It's like, oh my goodness, how minimal, like, it is just so unimportant. There should really be something where it's like 1 hour a day, you should be learning life skills, and it shouldn't be anything related to this education stuff that you're not actually going to be using in life. Like, how do taxes work? Where do you get these forms? Like a W-2. What is that? I mean, of course I know now, but it's like, at the time, I had no idea. And then you go out into the real world, and it's like, oh my gosh, how do I, like, how exactly, I mean, I didn't have a phone to help me with my taxes. Oh my goodness, no way. I don't want to know. Yeah, exactly. But it's like, there's all these different things. Or like, if you want to get a car, how does that work in terms of the paperwork? It's like, a lot of people, you don't know. I mean, imagine, I mean, because what I always think about is like somebody who's like an orphan who doesn't have parents or like siblings to help guide them through all this stuff. Imagine that person where the only education that they really have, by the way, typically they do give them a class right before they let them out, but the only education that they really have is just like some basic, it's going to be high school, or you're not really learning anything of value, and then they're given like a small amount of money to get themselves started, and then they're sent into the world completely just clueless And the things that they're really taught in order to get going, it's very minimal. It's like, oh my goodness, like that's who I feel for, where it's like that's the travesty. Because it's like, well, it's no wonder. Yeah, thankfully we have internet now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you had shop or home ec, yeah. Yeah, for me, we had, yeah, we had that stuff. But yeah, like, I don't know. I've always thought it's just such a shame. And it's just like, it really is a travesty that a lot of people have no idea how to do that stuff. And then they get taken advantage of by credit card companies, or, you know, oh, well, yeah, you should just, you know, take out a loan for college because that's just what you do. It's like, come on, like we are completely failing the next generation here. I swear. Yeah, this kind of stuff always gets under your skin. Never had an opportunity in life. Yeah, yeah, it is a shame. Actually, a lot of channels that specifically do this kind of stuff for people that were, yeah, I know, I've seen that. And like every single, like, I like mad respect. I hate to use that term, but mad respect for those people who do try to give people direction, or like, right, know how to change a tire. Like, seriously, all the respect in the world for those people that have decided to devote their life trying to teach children these basic things that they should have been taught by their parents, or should have been taught by their teachers. I don't know. It is a shame. It is a shame. Absolutely, 100%. But I don't know. But I mean, the thing that I always think of is like, I know a lot of these things now, or I mean, everything I mentioned I know now, but I know that there are things in the future that will come up, and I'm like, oh, I have no idea. I'm a novice at this. I'm just now I know I'm gonna be making a mistake or whatever, or it's like I wasn't taught about this. But I mean, I suppose some of the things, it's like, how could you know? But you know, I don't know. It is still just, oh man, school. Yeah, I did actually take a, well, I hate mentioning it because I did have to take an IQ test at one point, and I remember there was this one guy I knew. Your dad is a woodcutter. I can use most tools and do basic electric work. Thanks, in. Yeah, that's fantastic. Like, even if you don't use it that often, occasionally it's nice to know, because it's like, hey, if you want to get a project done, like, you know what tools you're gonna need. Like, that's fantastic. Or like, you know, hey, I shouldn't like nail a hammer here, or sorry, nail a nail, hammer a nail here, because there's a good chance this could be like a pipe, you know, because reasonably it's probably in this wall somewhere, like, and it can be mistaken for a stud. Like, knowing those types of things, you know, it's useful. Occasionally it is useful, as opposed to, oh, now you nicked the water line and now you're gonna have to pay like $400-$500 or whatever to fix this thing, and now you need to clean this, and it's the worst. Yeah, it is a shame. I don't know, but yeah, as I was saying, like, I had to take an IQ test. I remember there was this one guy, oh my goodness, I forget what his IQ was. It was like 120, and he thought he was like the coolest person in the world, because he's like, oh, I'm smarter than like 80% of people, like, and he absolutely had that view of like being superior to everybody else with 120 IQ, and it's like, dude, come on, like, settle down. It's not like you have an IQ of 180 and it's like, if that was the case, I'd give him a break, but it's like, come on, man. Yes, sorry, lad, but yeah, 120 is just very sad. But like, I'm saying, like, for somebody to brag about that, it's like, oh my goodness, dude, settle down. But I remember he always used to use that as an excuse as to why his life went terribly, or like, where it's like, oh, well, you know, this girl doesn't like me because, like, I have a 120 IQ, she can't understand me. No, no, that is above average. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I think he's like in the 80th percentile or something. I don't know the exact number. I haven't seen the graph in a while, but yeah, yeah, it is above average. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But man, it was just funny because it's like he would always use that an excuse as to why his life is awful and why he can't get a girlfriend because it's like, oh well, these girls are so stupid, like the average girl, like saying about how there's no way a girl could understand him because their IQs can't possibly be as high as his, and it's like, oh my God, settle down. I know, yeah, EQ exists. Yeah, I agree with that. I know. I did feel bad for him because I met him in college, and oh my gosh, he was a lot older than me. He was like 30 or mid to late 20s, I guess. I don't know his exact age, but oh man, he used to hang out with this girl called Jess, who's a real brain. But yeah, it was funny because like in college, he always used to go to like this one diner, and he had this huge crush on this. I think that she was a whatever bartender, whatever, a barista, and oh my goodness, he just had such a crush on her, and he could never like get the strength to ask her out, and it was like he would just go on these rants about how vile the world is because there's no way she would say yes, so there's no point in asking because I already know. He has no idea about blah 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 blah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So limp. Yeah. That's pretty good. 140 is absolutely brilliant. I know. Yeah, yeah. It is kind of. I mean, once you do it, well, I don't know. Not. I will say this: like, once you talk to a girl once, it gets so much easier. For those guys, if anyone's out there, if you do it once, after that, it'll be a lot easier. It'll be so much easier because it's like then you have already experienced the nerves. So then you can introduce yourself to that girl that you're interested in, and you'll be fine. You just gotta do it one time, just once. Um, but I mean, it is true because if you've never done it, those guys, it's really hard for them to do because they just feel so awkward. But it's just like I don't know. I don't know. It can't. It's rough out there. I will say that though. You never took a. Yeah. I had to take one. I took one once in high school, and I took one once in college. Wow. The only girls worth talking to are the sort of brain ones, not the TV watchers, but the bookworms and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm fine with all people, which I know sounds dumb, but it is true. I'm of the mind that I think everyone, you know. Okay, there is one exception. I knew this one girl in college who was a very like, she just likes what people tell her to like type of attitude. Like I remember when I asked her what music she listened to, she said that she only listens to the top 100 songs in the US on Spotify. That's all that she listens to is the top 100. That's it. She just listens to pop. That's it. Nothing else. And it would just like blew my mind. That's all she would listen to. Where it's just like, oh well, I only listen to what's popular. It's like you have no personality. That was the one time. Because usually I'm very like, people like what they like. They're into what they're into. I mean, some girls like, or some whoever, like TV shows. Some people like books. Some people like whatever. That's fine. Like to me, I don't think it really matters. That's just their interests. But she was the one exception where it's like, oh my gosh, how can you not listen to anything else? Like you can't have. Yeah. 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 I know, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. She was the one person where I just felt bad, but it's just like, oh my gosh, have a personality. because you must prefer one song over another. Like maybe you like rock, maybe you like whatever, modern. Um, that's fine. Just listen to it. It's okay. You explore that artist. Maybe they, did a collaboration with somebody and you really like that. But nothing. Just only top 100. Everybody in here has a real personality. Yeah. I mean, I like all of you guys. I mean, I like all you guys. I always say it, but I really lucked out with the people that I have, the community that I have. I appreciate all of you. Like, I say that a lot, but it is so true. Even the people that only, like, drop in occasionally, be like, hey, what's up, whatever, like, hope your stream's going good. Even those guys, all of them, 10 out of 10. Wouldn't trade anybody. You guys are all fantastic. Like, seriously, you're all great. 10 out of 10. Wouldn't trade any of you for anybody. Yeah. But yeah, some communities are very strange. Like, I have, like, been present. Yes, Masha, yes, the cat tomato. I would not trade the cat tomato for anybody either. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely have seen some streams of people where it's just like, oh my goodness, like the chatters are very strange and very, like, fake. And it's just like, right, they don't exactly have a personality. But I don't know. I like all of you guys. I do. And I love getting to know you, as I always say. But I mean, I do believe everyone is unique and everyone is special in their own way. But I do believe that. And I know that's kind of cringy or whatever, but I do believe that everyone is in fact special. Even if they don't seem to have much of a personality. There's something there. I promise. There's some spark of uniqueness. But anyway, okay. I've been talking for too long. I've been talking for too long. I probably should end it. We will be streaming tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I am mildly tempted to switch it up and play something completely different, but we'll see. Also, I'm going to try to... Well, yeah, I'll have to check in with you, Masha, as well as Clockwork at some point to see what you guys want to see on Friday. But yeah. Yeah. 30... Yeah, that was quite a while. I'm sorry. I'm surprised that I continued to have about 11 viewers as I was having the stream. But anyway, I'm going to be ending it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys in the next stream tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And a great night. And sleep well. Hope you feel better soon, Masha. And yeah, see you later, guys. Yeah, I like these talks too. Okay. I'm probably gonna be calling you KC. Like I liked when Clockwork called you that. I liked the nickname. Yeah, I'll see you later, guys. Just call me kid. But you're older than me. Casey is your cousin's name? Okay, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys sleep well. I hope you feel better tomorrow, Masha, or at least a little bit better. And yeah, I'll see you later, KC. I can call you kid. That works for me. But yeah, I'll talk to you later, guys. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.